wrapped around your soul with no control. You can't breathe when you're drowning underwater. There's so much water. I'll run, I'll hide. Darkness always clouds my mind. When I look behind, it's moving closer every time. I can't pretend that I have a strong defense. 'Cause darkness is my old friend. You get me in at the end. At the end. Can you feel it wrapped around your soul with no control? You can't breathe when you're drowning underwater. There's so much water. I can't pretend that I have a strong defense. 'Cause darkness, my old friend, you get me in the end.
What's going on, folks? Will Stewart here with another THFC rant. A little bit of a different Q&A show today. It's probably not going to be a whole lot of Q&A other than there is a comment section in which you guys are happy to comment in. It has been set to subscriber mode. Not to force you to subscribe, although that is appreciated. It is set to any duration, so you feel free to subscribe and then unsubscribe after if that's what you want. But it does keep the trolls to a minimum. And today, 2-2. A draw. Was it attacking? Did this particular result, give you what you wanted? Are you entertained? Are you not entertained? That's the question of tonight's show. And I'm going to bring on somebody who's not entertained. Mr. Stell.
What's up, Will?
Not a whole lot, my friend. How are you doing today?
I'm absolutely fed up with this club. I mean, like, I hate supporting Tottenham. I'm stuck with them, but I hate supporting Tottenham.
Yeah. Rob Halford. Apparently, I'm Rob Halford again. Good evening, Aaron. How are you? Wayne's in the house as well. AMZ, bigging up the Stell. Mr. DP, saying hello to all. John Fitzpatrick. Zach Nuno. Was today Nuno's fault again, Stell?
50%.
Why only 50%?
Because the board haven't backed him. We don't have the squad in depth. And the injuries we've got right now are ridiculous. I mean, the two we lost today, it's just mounting up. And it's not his fault that the South Americans fucked off without having permission. But nonetheless, the starting team he put out there, the way he set them up, and the way we're playing football, that is coached. The style is coached. And that's why it's 50% for me.
I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree with you in concept, but I see it as a decent man, not a good manager, right? A decent manager doing the best with a piss poor squad overall. Because exactly what you said, the ownership, the chairman hasn't backed him.
They haven't backed him, Will, but at the same time, you don't play Ndombele so deep. You don't play Hill in the middle. He's a wide man. And the way we just play, the way we try to move the ball, there's no understanding off the ball. Like when I watch us play, just like with my coach's hat on, they haven't got a clue how to play out from the back. They haven't got a clue how to pass through the lines. They have no concept of possession. And when we get to that final third, the delivery of the ball is shocking, man. Like the small tweaks he can make that could quickly improve just the way we go about our business. And each game, it's like the same shit. We start off good, first 12 minutes, 15 minutes, and then we're on the back foot. Listen, Will, man, this is the worst competition in European football. We are in the gutter of European football. And tonight, we got outclassed. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, and then like AMC brings in a point.
And Ren's best player was missing tonight.
AMC bringing that Gil played left wing when Hoyd came on, or at least left midfielder if he's playing in the midfield. But
it's too late though. It's too late. You want to go. You want to be on the front foot. Go get your 2 goals. You know, take Kane off and bring on Scarlett for the last 20 minutes. You want to be in control of the game. Like we're always having to react to problems. And half of these problems he's creating, in my opinion. I'm sure people might disagree, but he's not setting us up right.
Look, I have never said that Nuno is going to be a great manager for the club. I said that he would be a good stopgap. That was my position on him before, and that's my position on him now. My more of a frustration is that and still, I mean, you're well aware, we both caught the brunt of this, right? And people, if you're watching and you're a creator and you want to come on the show, the link is in both the group chats. So
get on the channel, people, and subscribe if you're watching.
Go ahead and do that. There's already 41 people watching. We haven't even been live 10 minutes yet.
Awesome.
But my point is, where is all of these bit role players who are going to come good this year still? Right? I was told that this was going to happen, right? The Gil, who was anonymous today, was going to be a world-class player. That he was going to be the the creative force that we all needed. And I was also told that if Ndombele had started against Palace, that it was going to be some. Although I thought he was at least looked decent. He wasn't great.
Well, look,
defensively, he was horrible, but I mean, at least offensively, he showed some intent.
Look,
it's like the Lucas Moura show when Son's not here. Nobody was involved. Where the hell was Kane today?
Will, I'll tell you what. You're right. I don't disagree with what you're saying. I really don't. But what I will say is this. The way we try and move the ball through the lines, and I mean from keeper to defence to midfield to attacking mid to striker, that particular play is non-existent. And it's non-existent because, one, we don't have a creative midfielder. Two, we're playing players out of position. Like we started Hill in the middle, Ndombele defensive mid. And three, they're not being coached just to keep possession of the ball to then try and find an opening. I can see it. And do you know what, Will? There's so many factors that it's impossible to just blame it on one thing. But you're right. Bob Spur, he's on the show right now. Shout out to Bob Spur. He's been saying it. Building for the future. Building for the future. Building for the future.
Oh, for sure.
Building for the future, you know? And the problem we've got at Tottenham right now is because of what happened under Jose, there's no patience left. There's no tolerance. So any manager that comes in, whether it's their fault or not, if the football isn't happening, they're not going to get very long because the fans will turn now that we're back in the stadium. And I don't know, man. The only thing I'll say that's not Nuno's fault is these injuries and these players that got deported. We cannot blame him for that. We can't.
No,
and that's why we need the squad depth, right? But the rest
I'm telling you right now, Son is the man. He's the missing link in all this.
He's the only man we got. Kane doesn't want to be there.
No.
Kane doesn't want to be there.
But remember, we were tin hat crazy though, Stel.
Yeah, I know.
We were tin hat crazy.
I don't know, man. The intensity,
opinion in the toilet.
The intensity in the way Ren's played tonight.
I'm talking to you, Cody. I'm talking to you.
Greek toilet. Greek toilet.
We need to clean it. We need to clean that toilet that our opinions are in.
The boy.
I think it all stems from the 75-day wait from the manager. We've been pissed about, the fan base have been pissed about. You know, we went from losing Jose, putting Ryan Mason in.
There he is. I said his name and he comes up like cockroaches.
Poch coming back, Conte coming in, us accepting Fonseca, the settling with Nuno, and it's all going to come from because we've been pissed about with that, and then the lack of transfers, and then the Kane saga. It's just been a domino effect, and I said this on Eugene's channel. Just be prepared. It's going to be a season of knee-jerk reactions. You know, Marcelo, love him, but he's going to be going from one to the other all season because that's what he's like. And I love that about him. We'll go from Spurs are the best club in the world to, fuck it, I'm going to start supporting Arsenal in the space of like half an hour because it will be like that. It will be like that. It will be a season of knee-jerk reaction all season because there's fans out there who never want Nuno in the first place. And they'll be coming out of the woodwork saying, I told you so, I told you so.
Isn't that Jose all over again?
Yeah, but Nuno's not helping himself, is he still? You know, when he puts out a team like against Crystal Palace, he's not really helping himself because he can't justify his selection. And
Get on here, Danny. Stop hiding.
And then we'll have a Harry Kane saga. Everyone will point the finger at Harry Kane. He can't afford a shit game this season. Harry Kane can't. Because there'll be a fan base saying, you know what, he's not committed anymore. He could be having the same poor run that he's probably had previously with Spurs, but because of the start of the season, there's going to be an element of fan base going, he's not committed to Spurs. You know why? You know how? Because of the how he went missing at the beginning of the season. He's given every Kane out an excuse, a ready-made excuse to point the finger at him, saying, "Nah, mate, you're not committed." He just might be having
to this one here. I just got to respond. It's a 4-letter word. It's a very easy answer. This is not difficult, and this is why. Now, sorry to interrupt you, Bob, but
which word? Levy or Enoch?
Yeah, Levy.
Which 4-lettered word?
Who's to blame for the fact that we still only
Fuck, Levy, Enoch, whichever one. Tomato, potato, potato. They're all the same.
Lenik.
But I've been saying this, right? Like everybody said Golini was going to come good, right? We didn't come here to be the number 2.
I don't blame Galini tonight, by the way. I know I'm in the minority, but I don't.
The first goal was...
The first goal was a good strike, bottom corner.
It was a good strike, but it was still slow. He was very slow off his line.
Right, if you go watch it back, Rodon was in his way. Rodon obscured his vision. If you just watch it back. And the second goal...
He looked nervous with the ball at his feet as well, still. You know, his first touch...
I remember a couple of times where errors could have cost us a goal. There was that he got lucky with.
His shooting boots on. You know, Lloris, we all know he looks rubbish with his distribution's better than Galini. I'm going by tonight. I never, regardless of his performances, even if he had a worldie today, I still say he's not good enough as a number 1 goalkeeper for Spurs. Or we're having to manage our expectations and just have the likes of a Galini and an Emerson.
But when you got a player, doesn't matter what position they play in, unless they're playing regular football, regular minutes in the same position. I'm not saying you're wrong, by the way, but I think it's hard to really give a player to judge them unless they get a proper crack at it. Whereas Doherty, every chance he has, he fucks it. That guy is the worst.
I'm telling you, even in 2 years, even coming on though, Royal wasn't much better.
Yeah, he's played further up.
In the second half, he wasn't much better.
I know.
But Will, Doherty was brought in as the second best, statistically, the second best right back in the Premier League behind Trent. Most assists.
I hate stats.
Mate, he couldn't even put. I don't think he put in one single good cross today that went beyond the first man.
That was one season, though. That was one season that Doherty had.
I think 1.5, but even if it was longer, I think it was a bit longer. But I think he finished runner-up twice in 2 seasons. But that makes it even worse. Honestly, I don't know. Maybe there's a curse that
that's
going
because
around.
Wolves were playing particularly well defensively that year, right? They had, I think it was like either the second or the most clean sheets in the Premier League that season. That Doherty was number 2. So. And I'm telling you right now, as a guy who loves FPL, which, folks, by the way, the FPL video is coming out tomorrow. Don't think I forgot this week. But he got me a ton of points, man. A ton of points. I'm talking double-digit hauls from that guy that season. So to say he's not a Premier League caliber player, I don't know about that. He's just not a top 6 caliber player.
His best isn't probably good enough for us.
He'd be a great, right back or right wing back for the likes of Arsenal or something like that.
Will, do you know what the problem is with Doherty and a lot of players at Spurs? Because where Poch took us to and the heights he got us to, any player that comes in that doesn't match what Eriksen did, or doesn't match what Danny Rose and Kyle Walker did, or doesn't match what Vertonghen did, or doesn't match what Moussa Dembele did, automatically we're not going to be happy, because we know unless you're that level, we can't get back to top 4. So any player that comes into this club, unless they're really, really good, they're doomed. They're just doomed because the expectation has risen at Spurs.
But you know what's like, I've lost friends. Or not friends, because I'm not like a real friend with anyone.
Where'd they go?
People have come on my show and cussed me out.
Down the sofa.
Down the toilet.
Let me check.
The Greek toilet. The Greek toilet.
Let's have a look.
I'm telling you right now, people have come on my show and cussed me out because I called this based on my evil statistics. Yeah. What everybody is seeing now. Right, because people don't think, it's not like I just go on SofaScore and read the numbers and be like, that's what it is. No, I actually do research. I watch people play, and I combine the eye test with that. And right now, Royale
with cheese
disappointment isn't half the wingback that Aurier was.
With all due respect, well, we didn't need stats to know that we needed some more.
No, he was going to be the next best thing, man. He was going to be the next best thing.
No, I meant striking wise, striker, attacking right wing wise.
Right wing. No, everybody told me right wing wasn't a priority. We've got plenty of people that can play there.
We said it.
Brian Hill can play there. Stephen Bergwijn can play there. Son can play there. That's not a problem. We need a new attacking mid.
Right back. We need 524 right backs.
We need 5 left wingers. We need 37 center backs. Yeah, right now, none of the players that we've signed have helped us out in any significant manner whatsoever. I tried to tell you guys the difference between a team like PDF in that second leg when we played them and somebody who is of a higher quality like the team we played tonight.
Stel's just mentioned we're playing the worst of the worst, with all due respect. The worst of the best of the worst, and we've won 1 game out of 3 so far in the Conference League.
This is what I mean.
Gina Kim, who's a new subscriber to the channel, she's got it clear. It's like it looks like they're not even training together. It really does.
Yeah.
I think tonight proved to me that this is the competition we have to go for and forget everything else. Because this is the only level. This is the only level I think we've got a chance of doing anything at. I don't see top 4 is an illusion, man. It's a fucking illusion.
Stranger things have happened. It's not impossible, but I'm saying that right now it's not looking good. And this is what I'm saying. When Son is out,
Will, there's not one of the top 4 teams so far. When I see them attack, I think, oh my God. Whether it's Liverpool, City, Chelsea, United, I think we don't even come close to any one of them. Even West Ham look better than us.
Yeah, but
even West Ham look better.
Leicester, Everton looking potent. Andros Townsend, I'll take him back tomorrow.
I don't know about Everton right now. I don't know about Everton
was the perfect.
Benitez even Leicester hasn't been convincing.
Right now, Will, they're looking. But you know what? Even now, I think it just kind of reflects the Spurs mentality. Even now, I mean, when the first 11 came up today, there is absolutely no way we should be looking at that first 11 thinking, oh, we'll be lucky to get a draw today. I was confident that that team was good enough to beat that team today. But even now, even after the game, there's some of the Spurs fans sitting there making excuses. Oh, he got injured. He went off. Yeah, we had injuries. Of course we did. But we shouldn't be in a position where we're rallying. I mean, Sim said on We Are Tottenham, he goes, are you happy the way we rallied to get the equaliser? No, we shouldn't be fucking rallying against this team.
Can anybody answer me how a manager passes the eye test? Like, does that depend on what suit he wears on the sideline?
Probably.
Yeah.
How does Levy? Do you know what? Els, she was on
I'm just
Ellie.
curious.
She was on my show yesterday, and she's actually very, very knowledgeable when she talks about football, because she played for Spurs ladies, but she's obviously learnt a lot in that process. And she said that the one thing we lack, and actually I agree with her on this, we lack a couple of players that are cultured, players that are calm on the ball, slow it down, pick that right pass, control the game, that look comfortable on the ball, whether they're playing slowly or quickly. We do lack those one or two, like Moussa Dembele and Eriksen are exactly what she was talking about. Cultured, intelligent, calm players. We don't have calmness just to control the game in this team. We've got a lot of speed and panic and rush this, rush that. And it's always, like Bob just said, how the fuck are we chasing a game against Reds? How's that possible?
We're going to destroy Skip.
We are.
We are.
We said about a couple of games. You can tell he's not 100% fit, right? I mean, he had to come off again today.
He's also a kid, though, Will. He's also a kid.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Look. What I'm saying is that my whole point for this transfer window, the reason why I gave it a 3 out of 10 was because we didn't buy. Everybody was like, buy for the future. It's a painful rebuild 2 or 3 years from now. It's going to be great. You don't know what you're talking about, Will. These guys are class. They're world class. I'm seeing world trash right now. I don't know about world class, but
I do think it's worse as well, though. I do think that the injuries are making the situation worse because we've run out of options. And you know what, guys? I've got this really, really bad feeling, and I mean really bad feeling, that Winks didn't play tonight because he's resting him for Sunday. I'm telling you, I've got this bad feeling Winks is going to start in that holding mid, and we're going to get battered.
We're gonna get battered anyway. I mean, you got to throw Romero in there right from the get go. I mean, tonight it just showed. I mean, God bless him. We all hate him. Eric Dyer has been.
Apparently, they've all got to pass the fitness test because of this.
Well, they better be fit. Otherwise, those 2 guys they sitting down there to babysit him haven't been doing their damn job, right?
But
they
already,
sitting there drinking cocktails and doing whatever.
already the narrative's written, though, isn't it? You know, if Romero and Sanchez don't do well, why did Nuno play him? Why did Nuno play him?
It doesn't matter
if
what
they have
Nuno
a good
does.
game, then
He's going to take the brunt because nobody wants to call Gil for what Gil is, which is just a 20-year-old kid. That's what he is. I've never said he's a horrible player. I've never said he's a bad player.
Yeah,
I said he's a 20-year-old kid that
Give him
may
time.
be good in 2 or 3 years. But guess what? We have to play this season too, right? Royale could end up being a great right back, right winger, but he's just a 22-year-old boy who has no experience in the Premier League, and he's not someone who's gonna come off the bench right now and affect the game in a positive way. The only person that I can see having a chance is Romero, and that's simply because he's a little bit older and he has a lot more experience in the league that is more comparable with the Premier League as far as physicality is concerned. And that's the only player that we signed all window that is going to be able to help us out.
But the fan base has been pretty.
We made one signing this window. One signing.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's because Son and Kane stayed and Son got a contract, so everything was fine. But now they're injured. It's not looking so fine.
I'm going to tell you who we should blame. Mr. K. That's who we should blame.
Yeah.
Everybody blame Mr. K.
Mr. K should be blamed, yeah.
Guys, can I ask you?
Hope you get well, mate. Hope you get well soon.
Yep, get better.
Get well, Mr. K. Do you think in the next 3 games we've got Chelsea at home, Wolves away midweek, and then Arsenal? Do you see us winning any of those 3 games? Because I don't.
Arsenal,
you mentioned
because
it still,
Arsenal's
didn't you?
crap. I love this. I love when John pulls out this old bit. I'm a gooner in disguise. Yep, I'm a gooner. All right. I got Spurs underpants and I'm a gooner.
John, come on, man. Come on. But I saw you mentioned it, didn't you?
It.
If we don't win against Chelsea, Wolves, and Arsenal, it becomes a rut.
Well, if we don't beat Chelsea, we're in a rut. That's 3 games in a row.
That'll be 5 games we haven't won in. If we don't win the next 3,
then
Palace
in trouble.
Yeah, that's 5 games without a win. Knowing us, we'll put it out of the bag against Chelsea, and it'll paper over cracks for another week or so. Then we'll play Wolves and get knocked out of the cup. Then won't forget to show up against Arsenal. So I don't know. I was on the Chelsea channel trying to do.
Oh yeah, how was that?
Mate, I couldn't even. You know what I'm like. I can give it banter and laughing and try and take the piss. But it was literally minutes after the fucking Rennes game. I didn't know what to say. I did give him a bit of shit, but it was nowhere near normally. It was just like feeling.
I mean, what did they have to say about it though?
They were like, they said there's one player that they love. We did a combined 11, and only Sonny and Kane got in. And they go, we would rather have Sonny instead of, and they're shitting it. He goes,
who do they got left back?
I don't think we can. No, I think we just chose the midfield and the front. We didn't go.
Oh, okay. I was going to say because right now they don't have a strong left back. I mean,
yeah. I think there was talk about Alonso, and I said regular. There's no. I even put Tanganga's name forward. There's a bit of banter and stuff like that. But no, they said there's one person we worry about, and that's Sonny.
Well, he's not playing.
There's a small chance. He might come back, isn't it?
Yeah, but then
small chance in hell, maybe. But...
if you bring him back, what happens is what happened to Bergwijn tonight. You rush a player back, and now Bergwijn's going to be out for probably longer. Yep. You can't risk bringing players back. Do you know
with Bergwijn's, it was a little bit different because it was a joint issue, right? It wasn't muscular. Joint issues you can tend to.
How bad was Lucas?
I don't think it was that bad.
No.
I think he was brought off just as a precaution. But I'm gonna tell you right now, man, the only person that I see giving any effort at all in the attack is Lucas Moura. But we need. I want to go back to that poll on Twitter. You guys can go to my Twitter page and we're go to the community section of this channel and look at the polls that said, who would you rather sell, Lo Celso or Lucas Moura? And most of you chose Moura when he's put in far more performances for us than Lo Celso has. Just saying. Marcelo, where you at, boy? My eyes don't lie, Marcelo.
Guys,
my eyes don't lie.
Bring him on, man.
Serious effects you've got there, I tell you.
he was pissed off today. Sack Nuno. Fucking, I've had enough.
Marcelo had a go at me 3 weeks ago. You're negative. You can't see what we're doing with Paratici. You're not giving it a chance.
Let him
Now
cook.
he's completely flipped.
He always
Nuno
does.
out.
He always does.
Fuck your mothers, he told us. I know he was joking though, but he's just gone so angry.
Come on
I
here,
love
Marcelo.
Marcelo's
I know you're
wicked,
creeping.
man.
I love Marcelo.
I know you're creeping in the comments there somewhere, Marcelo.
Marcelo.
Come on the show, man. Come on the show.
Do you know, after Arsenal, guys, so we've got Chelsea, Wolves, Arsenal, and then we've got Aston Villa, West Ham away, and Man United. I'm telling you, come November, we could be right in the shit unless something changes quickly. And I don't know what, because the way we're playing football...
No, I think we'll beat Arsenal. They're in far worse.
At home in front of their fans.
One goal against Norwich? Are you serious?
Norwich.
Will, we scored none against Crystal Palace. We scored an own goal tonight.
Crystal Palace is far better than Norwich. Far better.
That was their first win, you know.
That defeat against Palace would have taken a lot out of the players as well. I mean, I stand by the fact that he could have gone into that game just making the 2 changes. But
no, you're right, Bob.
3-0.
You're right, Bob. You're spot on.
No, you gotta Shamu. Hold on, Shamu. Now, look, we all love Marcelo. Like he's a friend of mine. I'm not giving him a hard time because I don't like
he
him.
knows that. Marcelo knows we're not giving him a hard time.
Shamu, we're in a chat group with Marcelo. We chat to him every single day.
We banter with him every single day. He banters us, we banter him, right? It's not personal.
Yeah. Trust me, Shamu, he ain't bothered, mate. He knows.
I'd give Marcelo a big kiss if he was sitting right here.
He's watching this now laughing, Marcelo.
No, he probably isn't.
Yeah, he is.
But rightly so.
He's sitting there going, I told you.
I'm telling you, bro.
I'm telling you, dude, like I've got him on. I have him with me at all times.
I'm telling you, bro.
He's always here with me. Always here with me.
Good man. I remember that player. Who was it? Martinez. That's it. Martinez. We were like doing streams. It's all been accepted. And I did a stream, and Marcelo came on. He was like, "Yeah, man, fucking look at this. Don Paratici's cooking, man. I'm telling you, bro. Watch it. And then literally 20 minutes later, it wasn't happening. He came back on. I don't know why I do this to myself, man. I don't know why I support Tottenham. The fucking shit, man. The fucking shit. I've had enough, man. And that's just Marcelo through and through. He sums up probably 50% or if not more of the fan base.
Yeah.
Marcelo.
Yeah. But I mean, what I find is absolutely hilarious, and the people who are on stage. What do we call it? I mean, it is called a stage because you're backstage on stream with me here tonight. We may be able to interpret who I'm talking about. I just find it funny that everyone who was coming after the 3 of us for being rational during the transfer window, right, and calling it like we saw it, who are calling us negative, are now being the negative people. Right, like that's so typical.
The good thing about it, we've not had to change our narrative, have we?
No,
we've just stuck by what we've said, by what we've said.
But Bob, that's what happens when you're rational, right? You don't have to flip flop back and forth because you're calling it as it is rather than giving false expectations. Right? I'm all cool. I have hope. I hope that we get top 4. I hope that we win the league. I hope that we'll do all of those things.
We're not doing any of that.
Is it reasonably plausible that that's going to happen? No.
Nope.
And is it negative to say that? No, it's not. You're just being honest. I hope we do. I want us to win every single week. You think I'm going to tell you right now, I tried to watch today's game twice. Couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Second half, man, my attention wandered. Not because of the way that we were playing, but just simply because when I'm watching the first half attentively, and I'm seeing what I'm seeing, and then the second half starts, and I don't see anything different. It's just like other things are going on. I'm getting messages. You guys are chatting in the chat. You know, if this thing came up on here, somebody gives me a phone call, and I just stopped paying attention. So I was like, dude, I gotta rewatch the second half. Couldn't make it through it.
How much balance do we need to bring to the narrative about the freakish injuries or the volume of injuries that we've got? Because that's got to have an effect, man. That's got to have an effect.
It does. That's why Nuno's not 100% at fault. But the way he's managing what we do have. Look, do you know what, Bob? You can have average players, good players, it doesn't matter. The way you play football is all down to coaching. Just look at Brighton. They don't win a lot of games, but when they play, they're so much better than Tottenham. If they had the quality of players that Tottenham had, Brighton would be dangerous, but they don't have the quality of players. But the way they go about their football, it's so, so good. They're just lacking quality. And that is coaching.
Oh, Jerry.
That is for me, that is coaching. Nuno hasn't had enough time, but it's the same thing every game. You don't see anything changing with what we do.
Woo! For Shampoo Van Woo.
I had four people saying Potter today. Should have gone for Potter.
No, I don't think so. I don't think it would make a difference. I really don't. I really don't think it would make a difference. Right? Like, I'm going to tell you right now, how does Nuno get 7th with the Wolves team? And if we don't finish that high, is that Nuno's fault?
He had good players, Will. Neves,
That's what I'm saying.
Jota,
That's what
Jimenez,
I'm saying. He had good
Coutinho.
players.
He had good players.
We don't.
Yeah,
People keep telling me that we have good players, but we don't. We have like 4 or 5. That's it.
Do you know who I feel sorry for at the moment? Japhet Tanganga. Because I know he got sent off against Palace, but until he got sent off, he was playing brilliantly. And I thought again tonight, he started a bit shaky, but then as the game went on, he looked good again. I think Japhet could actually turn out to be a brilliant player. But you know what he's lacking? Player. He's lacking an experienced Ledley King or Toby or Vertonghen next to him. Like, see, Skip's so lucky. He gets to play next to Højbjerg. Skip's going to be amazing one day because he's learning off a good player.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is Tanganga learning off of? Who is teaching Tanganga this job?
You have to learn it the hard way, man.
Who's he learning off of, man?
Ben Davis.
Jesus
Ben Davis
Christ.
and Eric Dyer. Eric Dyer is the leader, right? Vice captain. Yeah.
Ben Davis. Oh, do you know what? I can't take it. I can't do this. I can't. It's 5 games in. I can't do this. I can't do this for another year. Listen, Jose broke me. Levy's broken me. It's too much.
But that's what I'm saying. I just don't see, like, look,
it's too much.
I would blame Nuno. If we would have gone out and bought in 5 players that actually impact the first team, like starting wise, right? The first 11, starting 11, and even in the first team in a practical, sensible manner, meaning a mid-level player who you can rely on to come in off the bench, I would be blaming Nuno far more than I am. But because that didn't happen, and I know what we had last year, right? I see faults in the way Nuno's going about it, but I don't see that he has the personnel to really affect a change in a way that's even meaningful. Right?
Is it irrelevant? Is it irrelevant who we bring in? We should have stuck with. All joking aside, we should have probably stuck with Mason.
No, I hate that guy though.
If nothing's going to change until the personnel on the pitch is going to change.
Mason's interviews.
You know why I hate him?
Interviews are as bad as each other. Nuno's interviews are diabolical. Same as Mason.
But Mason, the difference between that is Mason was always like bigging up Levy for no reason.
Yeah,
That's
for
what
no
bothered
reason.
Me.
Yeah.
But Bob, you know why I hate Ryan Mason? You know why?
Ryan Mason in.
No, because he's prettier than me.
We should do a poll on that.
Yeah, we'll do a poll. Do a fucking poll.
Do a poll.
Fucking poll on that.
I wish I knew how to do a poll on YouTube. How does they do it? How did they do it? Them guys over there at
you can do it on YouTube.
I got it right here. Poll
on YouTube.
There you go. Who's better looking, Will or Ryan Mason?
Is Ryan
Catwalk Will or
that's a better one. Let's not be. Let's be
Mason.
more. Let's let the question be more objective.
Madame Mason.
Madame Mason.
Did you watch Højbjerg's interview afterwards?
No. What did he say?
He was asked. He goes, with the new manager coming in, how is it? How are you settling in? And he never said we're doing really well. He never mentioned. All he said was, "Yeah, he's got his own ideas, and we're all getting used to it."
Fucking hell! God help us.
He never said anything about. Yeah, it's going well. We've got full faith in the manager. You know, no. He just said, and I quote exactly. Well, he's a new manager. He's got his own ideas, and obviously, we need to get used to them.
Can I ask you 2 questions?
There it is. The poll is up. 100% Ryan Mason right now.
Would you
one vote?
Would you two replace Lo Celso and Ndombele?
Oh, we got to vote for Will. 2 votes for Ryan Mason, 1 vote for Will right now. 10 votes so far. 40%. Well, thank you, the 40%. I love you too.
I can't vote. Would you take Lo Celso over Ndombele?
No. Would you
I think they're both
replace?
equally poor.
Would you replace them? Would you sell them
Yes.
both and replace them?
Yes.
Or would you keep them?
Sell them
Yeah.
both.
I mean, if
This
it's a
is
case of
why I wanted to do the swap deal with Ndombele and McKinney.
McKinney,
Okay.
yeah, and Lo Celso
Lo
for
Celso needs to go. Lucas Moore is the only person in that midfield right now that I would keep. Only person.
Dele
Like
Alli's
in the
not doing
attacking
it.
midfield.
Dele Alli did nothing when he come on tonight.
You know what? The reason why Dele Alli's under so much pressure is Dele Alli himself. Dele Alli's performance. Everyone's
There you go,
expecting him
Bryce.
to be that Dele Alli.
There you
Well, he's
go.
a holding mid now. Dele Alli's a holding mid
He's
now.
not totally different, isn't he? He's totally different.
And he's got blue streaks in his hair. He's more concerned about the colour of his hair than his
That's it,
football, that
man.
guy. I saw him on the bench.
That's
He's got blue streaks in his hair. I'm like,
So
what's
got 27 votes. Ryan's got 63% on me. But still, that's not bad.
Bloody hell.
37%.
Surprised he got 33 votes.
I'm surprised I got 5%. I mean,
what percentage of the votes are male and what percentage are female? Can we find that out?
Well, according to my channel, only like 0.5% of my subscribers are female, so probably 99.5%.
He's a man eater.
There's still 58 people watching. Make sure you go and vote. It's right here at the top of the chat. You just vote.
I need to vote.
Who's prettier, Will Stewart or Ryan Mason?
I voted Will. Ryan Mason looks like an underage schoolboy. Thanks, Danny.
There you go. Thank you, Danny. Bryce says he's a catfish. There you go.
Who was that? Who was that attacking mid for Rennes tonight? That's exactly the kind of player we need. I don't know who he was. Never heard of him.
We need anyone who's
He
willing
played
to.
so well tonight.
Anyone who's just willing to. That's what I'm saying. It's not hard to get players in who want to play. It's not. You just got to do it.
We should have bought a War. We badly 25 million. We should have bought a War, and we should have bought Danny Ings as well. We should have just bought them two, just for one season.
I've been still. For me, the research doesn't die. And the only player that we even signed this window that I'm even interested in seeing play is Sarr, and he's not even here.
Sarr's a brilliant player. Yeah.
But
Yeah,
what I'm
but
seeing
Will-
from Sarr is far better than what I'm seeing from.
Well, he'd go to shit in this team. He'd go to shit. He would drown. This team needs so much surgery. It's going to be. Bob's right. It's going to be a season of reactionary games. It's going to be up and down, up and down. Do you know what? Is there a breaking point where Nuno just that's it? They've got to cut ties with him. Is there a breaking point? If so, what is it? What is the breaking point?
We got
Heavy
Gina Kim.
defeat.
It's still early.
Heavy defeats against Chelsea and Arsenal ain't going to help still.
Where's
What about if we
Gogama
go
at?
out to
I need a
Wolves?
girl to vote for me. Where's Gogama at?
What if we go out to Wolves midweek in the cup? Do we care about the cup or not really? The Carabao.
Depends what kind of team he puts out, but I think the home defeat, heavy home defeat against Chelsea, and a heavy defeat against Arsenal away is gonna hurt him more.
Do you know what I found out today that the
Folks, if you're watching too, the YouTube stream is lagging. That's not us here. That's a YouTube thing. So
Yeah,
complain to them.
Yeah.
I found out that if you win the Carabao Cup, you go into the Europa Conference League.
Europa,
So there's no point. Not the Europa, the Conference Cup. Sorry, the Europa Cup is if you win the FA Cup. But what I
That's
also
it, yeah.
found out,
You
I
also
didn't
get
know
if you
this.
win this conference, if you win the Conference League, you do get a spot in the Europa League as well.
Yeah, so I think this is a better competition. But what I also found out, which might make it a lot easier for us, is if we win our group, we go straight into the quarterfinals, the last 8. But if we don't win the group, we have to go into a knockout playoff round. So
I don't think that was the case.
No, I found out tonight. We need
Is
to
it?
win our group. We need to win our group. We go straight into the last 8. That's so doable. That means you're 2 games away from the final.
There you go, Mom. Thanks. I appreciate that, Mom. I appreciate that.
I'm
I
okay.
appreciate that. It's my mom.
Oh, bless.
Yeah, she
My
watches all of your guys' shows.
She's been Mama Stewart.
Yeah, Mama Coates.
I probably don't care. Yeah, so oh man, we just. I think we should go all out for this. I've got to be honest with you. I was happy we played a strongish squad tonight, and I think that's a sign from Nuno that he's taking this competition seriously. I think he's targeted this and said, this is my realistic chance of doing something. I think he sees it.
That's going to destroy his confidence even more. Putting a strong team out like that, yet still clinging on. I mean, it was first 15 minutes the only time we looked good. And if in his mind he's put out a strongest squad, let's be honest, man. That squad, that team that went out, there's absolutely no reason why we shouldn't be beating them. There's absolutely no reason why we shouldn't be beating Rennes.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, though, that was the team that everybody cried for on the weekend that said was going to make all the difference in the world, and did it?
Except, I said, Hill has to go on the wing, and then Ndombele has to be attacking
he played
mid.
65 minutes on the wing.
He was forced into it because he lost Bergwijn. He never set the team out ready for Hill to be on the wing and gave instructions to the team and Hill as to what to do. He got forced into it.
But see, but that was the thing is everybody at PDF, though,
playing defensive mid again. What the
because
fuck?
Because Brian Hill played so brilliantly against PDF in that second leg, which is a far less team than the team we played today, right? Everybody was calling for him to play in the middle. Everybody.
Yeah, we played 3 at the back against PDF. We played 3 at the back with 1 holding mid. 1. Tonight he's gone 4 at the back again, which doesn't work, and he's played 2 holding mids. It does not work. He keeps trying the same failing system. I don't get this guy. Do you know what? Nuno is such a confusing manager right now.
I don't think
he's such a confusing manager.
Man. I don't think he has a choice. I really don't think he has a choice. I think, look, he needed a job, right? The time limit was coming up, preseason. He got turned bound by several different people, right? Paratici had to convince Daniel Levy by showing him videos of him playing 4 at the back that he can, because Daniel Levy knows fuck all about football, right? And thinks that 4 in the back means offensive. That's what he thinks.
Yeah.
When offensive football, and this is for all of you out there, and I'm sorry that a Yankee has to break this to you, but whether it's 3 at the black or 4 at the black has nothing to do with being offensive or defensive, right? It's how you set it. It's what players you put in positions and what the intent of the team is that makes something attacking or not attacking. Unless you're playing like a 5-1 or something, right? 5-5.
Oh man, do you know what? Our midfield's not good enough, man. Bergwijn's not good enough. Dele Alli just no one knows what position he plays anymore. The holding mids do a good job, I guess. I mean, on the right wing,
it's kind of like a number 8, right? Like you guys always confuse me on what you're calling a holding wing. I don't think he's playing a number 6. He's not playing a number 6. He's just playing an 8.
Who's this?
Yeah, he's playing quite deep. He's playing quite deep as an 8, though, isn't he? He's like a deep 8. It's like he shifts left and right to cover the counter attacks on the wings. It's a very weird role. I don't understand it, to be honest with you.
It's kind of like when you're playing in that 8 role, and the coach, because you're concerned about the back line being exposed, saying
make sure
that you pay attention.
Yeah, keep an eye over your shoulder.
Yeah, like that's all. Like, and because of that, you're playing more conservative rather than going out and doing it, right? Getting on it. And I think that was the problem. I think that was kind of the problem for him under Jose. And I think that Dele still has a little bit of Jose in the back of his mind, right? Because Jose was one of those managers who would do that, right? And then when you go into the locker room, he'd cuss you out because you weren't tracking back or you weren't paying attention, right? So he's still playing cautious, right? He's not getting out there.
Will, when Jose was manager of Porto, Nuno was the goalie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is Jose, this guy. Do you know what we should do? We should sack Nuno, bring in Harry Redknapp, 1 season, temporary contract, just let him sort out this team, and then really think about what the fuck we want to do going forward as a club. Honestly.
I think that's
that is such a knee-jerk thing I've just said. That is such a knee-jerk thing I've said.
Dude, like Roma is like killing people right now, dude. Under
But it's an easier league. I know, but if we were doing in the Premier League, then I'd say,
but easier
league,
is relevant to the person that you're in. But he's got players that represent the players in that league, right? He has his squad represents. It's not like he has a brilliant squad in compared to other squads in Serie A, right? I mean, it's his squad is relevant to the level that they're playing at, right? So what it is, I think there's a lot of interference from Daniel Levy. I mean, we all saw in the documentary, whether that was just for the cameras or whatnot, I don't know. But he's in everybody's business, right? He's all over that place. Why is he sitting down having breakfast and lunch with the players there every day?
No,
you know what I mean?
Man, I don't like it. And Paratici by the sidelines, I find that cringy, man.
Yeah, it's almost like we don't trust you. And now I know that during the transfer window, they had to be there in order to talk to the players, or whatever. They had to stay in the bubble, right, from the COVID restrictions, and that's why they were doing it. But what is Steve Hitchen doing down there? Why does Steve Hitchen need to be down there?
No, man. I mean, and Nuno looks so miserable as well, Will. You know, during his interview, post and pre.
Yeah,
he just
I would be too.
So miserable, man.
I would be too, and that's why I just don't think. Look, I'm not saying Nuno gets a free pass here, right? I'm not. Like I said after the game on the weekend, I said if we had all available players available, and we were still seeing what we're seeing, then Nuno gets far more of the blame than what we got now. But that being said, I'm just going to say this. We were 3-0 with Son on the pitch. Yeah. Son's not here. We lose. Well, it felt like a loss today, but even though technically it was a draw.
So basically, we've become Son FC.
Yeah, we're Son FC.
Son FC, man. Son FC.
What do you guys think about giving up on conference altogether and just focus on the Premier League? I don't because I don't think we'll get anywhere close to Europa League positioning. And this is the star opportunity to get that. We just don't have depth of the squad. The players keep getting injured due to overplaying. But look, also too, this is happening. What we're talking game week 5 is coming up right now, right?
Yeah.
What is our sports science department doing? What are they doing? Like, I know that injuries, you can have freak injuries or do whatever, right? But you got to be doing. Look, you got to be like. I don't know how they do things in Europe 100%. They got to be doing like ultrasounds and stuff like that after every match, right? Like they're scanning these guys' bodies, right, to see if there's any tears or micro tears or anything like that, right?
Ultrasounds, X-rays, yeah.
But what I'm saying, if Daniel Levy is incompetent in the footballing side of things, how do we know he's not incompetent in the health in the sports science side of things as well? Saving a buck wherever he can.
Yeah, exactly. Done it on the thing that he's got his
property.
How many puddings? Yeah. I don't know, mate.
Just because the training facility looks good doesn't mean the people inside of it are quality.
Yep, exactly.
I just think the whole club is disorganised from top to bottom. The owners don't give a shit about the
Son FC,
success.
I need to change my title.
Levy just fills us with lies. I'm going to bring back the Spurs DNA. I want attacking football, blah, blah, blah. Then you've got a manager that's come in that's not proven. He's never done anything great. He's not a bad manager, but he's not going to take us to the heights that we once were. No. Then you've got Paratici, who's got one arm behind his back, trying to buy players that, on a budget, and he can't bring in the players he really wants. And then you've got Hitchin, no one knows what he does.
Hold on,
you just
guys.
Look at the whole thing, and you think...
YouTube is...
Of course this is happening to us.
YouTube is rolling out. Okay, we're back now, so you can go ahead and finish your talking. But they probably just missed everything you just said still.
Do you know what? Earlier on, we were all in the comments waiting to speak on the last word on Spurs, waiting for it to start. And then out of nowhere, it went live 6 minutes in. So 6 minutes of their show got completely missed.
Yeah.
It was really weird. So I think YouTube's just playing up tonight. But yeah, Will, the whole club's a mess, man. The whole club. Do you remember about 2 months ago, people said, oh, I can see a sense of direction. I can see a way forward. I can see that we're building for the future. But it's all bollocks. It's all nonsense. It's more lies. It's more lies.
Cody says we're good, so keep going on it. It's
back in 2 seconds. I just need to get my meds in, mate. Right.
Yeah. Cody says we're good. He says it's not lagging for him. Like, but what I'm seeing here is I've got this stream up, and it's not lagging for me at all. Like, there's no lag. I can hear still. Everything is going fine. But over here on my right, I have the YouTube video part of it, and it's lagging. So
it was happening earlier on YouTube as well.
Yeah. So that's why I'm thinking that it's the YouTube thing, because like I'm talking here and it's fine, right? So
listen, Will, do you think we're being too reactionary?
I don't think I'm not. Like, I'm not saying we should sack Nuno either, right? I'm calling it like it is. Look, if we were having these exact same problems we're having now with everybody fit, all fit and fiddle, I would be calling him out myself. But until we do, I have to think that he's doing the best with what he's got, because the problem is, and the reason why people are going after Nuno is because they think that the people that are playing now are better than they are. They have unrealistic expectation for the players who are playing now. Where'd you go, Stel? Left me here all by myself. Hope everyone is doing well tonight. I'm sure those guys will be back. There he is.
Well, I just got thrown out like sling hooked.
Threw him out.
Thrown out.
I think I got a sound effect for that somewhere. Nope. That's for Ben Davies. There it is. I miss my old sound effects. I don't do those enough nowadays. What do you guys in the audience think? You guys in the comments, do you miss some of this stuff? Yeah, I miss some of that.
Do you like that? Do you want some more?
Yeah.
Have you got a Brian Daigle Levy rant one or not?
I think I
had one.
I used to have one.
Yes, guys, you know what time it is.
No, not that one. Not that one.
You are watching.
No, not that one. I might have removed it for a second. I have them all in the library, but I don't have them all programmed in. I don't have one for. Maybe I do.
That Daniel Levy, if you are watching, you're a bald-headed.
There you go.
Oh, that's brilliant. That's the best.
I found it.
I like the way he starts with Daniel Levy, if you're listening.
I can see you! You can see me!
That is amazing, that one. That is. I bet that guy's going to be there against Chelsea, I tell you.
Jose got you basically top 4 and a cup final. Why should Nuno's crappy coaching get a pass?
He didn't get us top 4. What are you talking about? Jose never got us top 4. Jose got us top 6. And then top 7. And then he lost 3-0 to Dinamo Zagreb.
Yeah. That's the team, though, man. It's all the. Look, we got to get rid of. We still got to get rid of a lot of deadwood.
I think Jose's problem was that he just mismanaged certain players. That's all.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't think that Nuno is necessarily getting credit for, right? Like, if you completely just throw people to the U23 squad like they did Danny Rose, right? All that's going to do is cause more hoo-ha with people who are mates who've been there longer than Nuno. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that you play poor people when you do it, but you gotta throw them a bone now and again. You know what I'm saying? And get in matches like this or matches against people like Crystal Palace. You got to do that. Like, what would Harry Winks? What kind of attitude is Harry Winks going to have in training and with the other players?
Hold on a minute.
Yeah.
Okay. So we should give him credit because he has come in and managed players the right way, the opposite to Jose. But name another manager that does it the way Jose did. Most managers do it the way Nuno does it, and has
right, but what
a better
I'm saying
relationship
is
with players,
Nuno
right?
is getting heat.
So there's nothing special
for playing Harry Winks, giving him playing time. When if you don't give him, like, dude, has anybody played Football Manager? Like, do you think that the reason that your players get pissed off at you and start causing problems in your squad is because that doesn't happen in real life. No, that's what happens in real life. That's
I-
why it's in the game.
I don't have an issue that Harry Winks plays. I have an issue that Harry Winks gets played in the wrong position every single time.
What
That's
is he
my
supposed to
issue.
play?
Will he needs to play either attacking mid or centre mid
Harry Weeks has
Ah,
zero
or in front of
creativity,
centre-
whatever.
because he you never seen him play there as an
He's-
academy player. That's where he excelled. And when I keep saying this to fans, but they forget
He played as a number 8 on the weekend and was horrible.
the whole team was horrible. When he first broke into Spurs, he played in a more middle attacking role, and he did really well. And he even got an England call up. Then he got a bad injury; he was out for a while. Then he came back, and it was the same again. But then what happened to him? Ericsson had cemented his place. He was never going to oust Ericsson because Ericsson was playing week in, week out. He became the man. So I don't know why, but they then tried to morph him into a holding mid. And ever since then, ever since they tried to shape him in a very crucial part of his development between the age of 21 to 24 is like, that's the moment you become an adult football player. In that part of his development, we tried to make him into a different player. And ever since then, he has gone to shit. If you played him in attacking mid now, he wouldn't be good because he's missed 3 years of it in that development phase, 4 years now. So for me, I think we should sell him because he will never excel at Spurs because he'll always be playing in the wrong position and he's missed a critical part of his development. I blame the club for that all day long. The managers that have managed him. Poch had the right idea in the beginning, but then, a better player came along and that was it. And Winks never got that chance again. So I don't think he's a crap player, but as a holding mid, he's awful. He's awful in that position. And if that's the only position we're going to play him, then yeah, do you know what? Sell him because he'll always let us down because he's not. It's like playing Heung-min Son at left back. It's a disaster.
And this is what cracks me up. Did I say I go off of Football Manager, or did I say it's even this part of this is in Football Manager? So if it's in a game, should I show my screen with people and show you? I don't even have it installed on my PC. I don't play Football Manager. My point wasn't that. Oh, because it's in Football Manager, it must be true. No, I'm saying it's so obvious that it's even in Football Manager, right? That's what I was trying to say. Let's do things right, folks. Let's do things right. Catman Jess, your name confuses me. Are you a Catman or
Football Manager is jokes. Where's Eugene tonight? Normally he's about.
who?
Mr. Eugene.
I don't know. It might be a bit early for Mr. Eugene.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, normally I start my shows around 10, right? But I started 2 hours early. It's only 9 o'clock right now. So,
Do you know? I think I'm going to have a nervous breakdown on Sunday because I'm picking up Danny and Brian, and I've never been to a match with them two, and they're both like maniacs. And then we're going to meet up with a whole load of other YouTubers, and I just can see a heavy loss turning into absolute mayhem after. just one big head fuck.
yeah, I'm curious to see, Brian. You'll have to get some footage of that. I'm sure there's going to be some fun things. He said he's gonna do this when he gets there.
I can see you! You can see me!
Yeah, you
He's
see,
gonna do something like that.
the thing with Brian is he's got a massive advantage that he doesn't live in this country. So even if he got deported, he's leaving anyway. So he can do he can do whatever he wants when he comes. Not that it stopped us from protesting, I guess, but I don't know, Will. I mean, do you see it turning around, Will? Do you see Nuno turning this around or improving the way we do things? Even though you pretty much pin most of the blame on the quality of the players, do you see him turning anything around, or do you think he's
Who?
Nuno?
Nuno.
Do you see him lasting the season?
I don't know because Daniel Levy's a fickle bastard, right? So, look, I was against Mourinho getting sacked last season, not because I thought that he was good, but because I thought it wouldn't make any difference, and it didn't. And it's not going to make any difference now either if we sack, Nuno. What, bring in Ryan Mason again? Please. Then we'll see Winks every week, right? So it's
Jesus Christ, man!
Yeah.
Whatever we do, we're fucked.
yeah. I don't I don't want to. I would rather fans point the blame in the direction where it's deserved, because if we had bought in another quality center back and a right winger or a second striker or any of those players that we should have needed, we would be in far better straits, right? Because when Harry Kane is not giving a shit, we can bench him and put somebody else in. But guess who? What? We don't have anybody else to put in, except for a 17-year-old boy.
We don't have anybody else to put in.
4 years older than my son, man.
Yeah. Sucks, right?
Yeah. Now we have excellent connection, so we should be good. But yeah, I'm just saying, like, look, come on. Look, there's either going to be people in the audience saying we're being too negative. These players are awesome. They're amazing. You're too negative. Well, or they're going to say, Will, you're a happy clapper, right? Nuno's a horrible son of a bitch, and we need to sack him right now. Why can't we just say a lot of players are hurt? The chairman and the director of football didn't do a good job over the summer, and we're paying the price for that right now, which is what I'm saying.
Can we just get this comment up from William McKenzie that says Nuno is hired to keep? Yeah. What do you mean afloat? Avoid relegation?
A stopgap, right? Keep us in the so like the running theory, right, on why we only gave Nuno a 2-year contract is he's just holding Poch's place until Poch gets sacked by PSG for not winning Champions League.
Yeah, but what's it? So what is afloat? Is it top 6? Is it top 10? Is it what is afloat?
Top 8, I would say.
So no change from last year.
Yeah, like 7th or higher. Yeah, that would be the goal, I would assume.
So it's a waste of another year of paying wages to players, another year of not winning anything, and another year that we miss out on the elite levels of Europe, not qualifying for Europa Cup and Champions League, which fucks us even more. Which means more top players who want to leave.
But it's obvious from the transfer window. I don't understand why this is even this is a no-brainer when you look at who we signed over the summer. We didn't sign anybody who's going to, effectively improve us overall. In fact, we're weaker.
It's crazy, man. This is crazy.
It's obvious.
Crazy. This is crazy.
Yeah. See,
we've only just started the season, man.
We're the rebuild, guys.
That's another thing I don't understand. Right? Rebuild. Mm-hmm. What are we rebuilding? We never built success in the first place. What are we what are we rebuilding exactly?
From getting to the final of the Champions League, that's what we're rebuilding.
So we're rebuilding failure.
Yeah, we're rebuilding our mediocrity to mediocrity. People forget that year in the season. People forget. This is what I understand, dude. People either have short memories or they just like living in their happy clapper world, right? We were horrible that season in the league. From December to the end of the year, we were horrible. Right? Yeah. Horrible. Do I need to go into my Arnie impersonation? I'm telling you, I have a party, Gilbert. I had a party. Come in, Jess. You're not invited. You're not. It's a burger barn, Gilbert.
I think people in the comments questioning Harry Kane. I think why people are.
And for people who think I'm mocking somebody, it's an impersonation of the character Arnie in What's Eating Gilbert Grape. So don't have a heart attack.
It's an impersonation, people. It's an impersonation
of a actor who isn't mentally handicapped, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, I think the criticism against Kane is the body language. He doesn't look alert. He doesn't look like he's pushing himself. He doesn't look like he's hungry. He looks like he's just, this is my job. I'm going to do what I can.
I said that from day one still, and everybody called me a tin hat crazy person.
Yeah, I think it's clear that's why. Well, it's clear to me that's why fans are questioning Kane. But William is right. He isn't getting the service. But
True.
the old Harry Kane who really wanted to be here, he would go and find service or he'd make service.
Exactly.
So
And how many times have you seen him drop into that middle role looking for the ball, pick it up once tonight? That ball onto Lucas Moura that ended up with the
yeah,
deflection into the goal, and that
yeah,
was it.
yeah,
One time.
yeah. So I don't. I think he's just not pushing himself, man. And listen, when you want to leave a club, like if you're working for a company, you don't want to be there. Even if you stay professional, at the back of your mind, when you wake up, you're thinking, I really want to be at City. And then whilst you're training and you're working, you're thinking, I wonder what. And you see Man City smashing teams 5-0, 4-0, beating RB Leipzig 6-3. You're thinking, Jesus Christ, man, imagine I was there. It's going to be playing on your mind daily. Of course it is. It's human nature. And that means you're not 100% focused. Even if you're 90% focused, you're not the same elite player.
And look, we're going to get a lot of heat for this too, Stout. People that are out there watching, right? Let me zoom in for you. We are not saying that Harry Kane is a garbage footballer. We're saying that he no longer wants to play for Spurs, and therefore his performance is being impacted by that. That's what we're saying.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen, Kane will run. He'll shoot. He'll pass. He'll do good things.
He
But
still do what he has to do to get by, and I'm sure he's probably going to score,
Yeah.
15 goals this season, right?
Yeah,
But is he going to be? I don't see a Golden Boot season this season.
no,
for
not
him.
this year. No,
No, I don't.
not this year.
I don't see him winning. Carrying us an assist and goals
Lukaku or Ronaldo are going to get that.
for
aren't
sure.
they?
For
One of them
sure.
two. Maybe Salah. Actually, Salah's hit the ground
Salah,
running again. He
yeah.
looks good again.
And
Well, he was always
right,
good.
and right now, Antonio's on fire.
Yeah, Antonio is on fire. He looks really good. But West Ham will probably. Well, you never know with West Ham. You never know. They're in Europe as well. It could affect them. But
No, Scott, I love him, but I disagree. There is indication that he's checked out.
if things are still bad the way they are at the well, okay, I'm making it sound a lot worse. If things are still going how they are now, I would sell Kane in January. I would, because we might as well cash in what we can and try and invest that money in creative players and maybe two strikers of lesser value. Because otherwise it's like, what are we trying to do here? I mean, look, he's going at the end of next year, right? Anyway, so what's the point of keeping him if we're not going to get top four? What's he going to help us do? What is Kane going to help us achieve this year? We're not getting top four, so what is he going to help us achieve?
Yeah, no, and I don't expect him to carry the team. That's not it at all. In fact, that's the reason why I wanted to sign players who would actually impact our starting 11, right? Like, or at least be quality backups for the people that we have, so that when injuries happen, which they do, like we're in the situation right now, we have people who can fill in. Right? He shouldn't be carrying. I love this passive aggressive. Me being able to lower my glasses to make a passive aggressive comment. It's kind of fun. Sorry, that was a little, but it's true. Otherwise, any others need to stop as well. Today Højbjerg stepped up. He was on it since he stepped on the pitch. I don't know about that. That header back to Skip was absolutely horrendous and could have cost us a goal. Luckily, Skip is smarter than the average bear. Look, all these players. This is the problem that I have. Right, is that people are not able to objectively, and unbiased without a bias on players that they like. Why can't you? Just because I say that Højbjerg made a horrible header doesn't mean I hate Højbjerg, right? Like, I don't understand why people conflate these things. You have to be able to rationally and objectively judge players based on what they do in a match.
What did you say, Will? What did you say? What did you say, Will? I'm winding you up. I have no idea what people are talking about anymore.
I don't either.
I will say this, though. It could just be coincidence. It could just be because first game of the season, everyone wanted to prove something. But the best game I've seen us play this season was against Man City, and Harry Kane wasn't playing. I'm not saying there's any correlation between results, and because obviously Kane gets a lot of goals, but we looked hungry. We looked like a team against Man City, and Kane wasn't playing. You know, he wasn't a focal point.
Yeah, but like I think the chemist put on a great point here as well, right? Like he said, look at the heat map. He was barely in the position to get service. Look, definitely our creative capacity is non-existent. But Kane really isn't. Have you ever seen Kane with movement that really makes you look like, oh, get the ball to Kane, get the ball to Kane? I didn't find myself saying that once today, right? Have you?
Will, I was screaming at the way we were playing. The last thing I cared about was Kane was doing.
Right, that's what I'm saying. People aren't even watching.
No.
People aren't even watching Kane. I watch off the ball movement as much as I do.
You notice every press conference Nuno does, he says, we need to work hard, hard work. I don't know any other way. Work hard, work. That's great, but if you're not working smart, what the fuck? You got to work smart as well as hard. You got to do both.
Yeah.
We don't play a forward pass quick enough either. We don't cross the ball early enough either. Our speed of play when we attack in threading a killer pass is not there.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing, that Royale, whatever his name is, he goes to ground too easily. Like, he falls to the ground too easily. He needs to stay on his feet a bit more.
Yeah. Definitely does.
So what do you predict this Sunday, Will?
Chelsea?
Yeah.
I don't even know, man. I gotta wait till I see the press conference and see if these guys are gonna be available or not.
But they've not told us.
Well, I mean, apparently they're supposed to come back, you know, like on Friday or something like that, right? So, I'm sure part of the press conference today was embargoed, right?
Really?
I don't know. Have they said? Have they said what's gonna happen?
What regarding? What do you mean, Will?
Romero, Sanchez, Lo Celso.
All right. They said Nuno said they've got to do a fitness test on Saturday.
Yeah.
Didn't hear anything about an embargo or anything like that.
Yeah, and like John, like this is what I'm saying, John. I agree. I'm cool with Kane wanting to leave, right? I would too if I was him. That's not my point. I'm saying it's obvious he doesn't want to be here. That's all I'm saying. Right? I don't understand why we can't call a spade. Why we have to be, you know, crucified in the court of public opinion if we simply say how things appear to be.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't understand why that's being negative.
Listen, Will, I've just got to go for 5 minutes. I'll be back.
Go for 5 minutes and I'll interject with the commenters here.
Cool.
Unless Cody, is it time? Is it past your bedtime now? Are you able to come on? Or are you probably not even listening anymore? Are you, Codes? Let's see. Scott, Jason. I need to get you guys in my thing. Well, here, we've had this long enough. I'm just going to open it up to everybody. If you want to join the stream, I've just put the link in the chat. We can open this up for folks. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Pinned to the top. I'm gaining on Ryan Mason, though. Who's prettier, Will or Ryan Mason? 45% to 55%. And look, I don't, no cap, I don't disagree that we need an Eriksson replacement. I just don't see it right now, right? I don't know many teams that are playing a system of football. Like, you have to build a system around that type of a number 10. You really do. I'd rather see us. I think that it takes less moves in the chessboard in order to play a Liverpool style than rebuild a 10 based, or a team based on a number 10. Could be wrong, but if you're going to play a 4-3-3, all we really need to do that to affect it in a better way is a couple decent number 8s and a right winger. Where's Marcel? I have no idea where Marcel is. He's probably crying. Where's Marcel? I have put the link in the chat there, both the poll and the link. If you want to join the show, you're welcome to do so. Let's see. Who else? Jason's here. What's up, Jason?
Oh, mate.
How are you doing tonight?
Not bad. I mean, all I saw from that game, sorry to jump straight in, it's just we don't retain the ball enough. But like when we do get the ball, we don't move it fast enough. You know what I mean? It's just all seems so laboured at times. We just don't seem very fluid. And maybe that's a movement thing, a formation thing. And yes, I do thoroughly believe by Kane's body language, he is checked out. I'm not saying I blame him. I'm just saying, like, from what I can see, the guy's checked out.
Yeah. That's all I have said. That's all I've said. I'm not saying he's a horrible person or he's a horrible player.
I get it.
He's just checked out. He's just
he's
subconsciously just doesn't want to be there.
Right, he's on the pitch, and if there's a chance to score, he'll score. But he is not putting himself out.
Nope.
He is not putting himself about as much as he was last season.
100%.
Facts.
100%.
Facts.
Right, even the fluidity, definitely checked out for sure.
Right. And
not today, unfortunately. He's welcome to come on. He has the link.
I mean, and the other thing, like that team we were playing, like once they started moving the ball, they weren't a bad team, you know.
No, it's like one of the hardest teams that we're going to face in this group for sure, and it's it could have been worse. I mean, we could have gotten beat 2-0.
Oh yeah.
But look, I mean, for me, it really just comes back to the transfer window. It just really does. You know?
Yeah, we did not strengthen our squad enough. We have zero depth in the places we need it.
Zero depth.
Like none. As is now evident from what I just... Oh, talking of which, so Ndombele, he makes my balls itch watching him. Like, he's so skillful at times, you know what I mean? And then it's just, there are times when it's just like move. Do you know what I think I see happening with him? Because he does meander around the pitch a lot. There's no getting around that, you know what I mean? But there are times when I see him make runs into space, but we just don't move the ball quick enough to get it to him so he can turn, resist the press, and like start something moving. And I think he just gets pissed off. Like despondent with it.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think that's the best response for him to have, but I think he does make those runs more than people give him credit for. And maybe they just see his reaction, because I know I get pissed off when I see Dele moping about it after somebody doesn't do something for him, and I would hate when I'd see that with him. So should probably feel the same way about Ndombele. But I do agree he makes runs and people don't hit him as they should.
Right, and it's just we're just so fucking laboured on the ball.
It's
It's been
just-
like that for a while, though, Will.
I agree with you. I agree with you. All of you. But what really bothers me is why are people so attached to the 4-2-3-1? I think it is the absolute worst formation in all of football.
I'm not attached to it. I mean, dude, I'm
It's
not as anti
so
as you.
redundant. It's such a redundant formation that lacks any sense of fluidity.
But given our squad, I think 3 at the back with wing backs would suit the players we have
100%.
better.
100%.
It would just suit, like, just
I agree.
play the formation to fit the fucking team and then worry about your formation when you've got the team you want to play that formation, if that's what you want to do.
3-5-2, but that's what I'm saying. That's why do you think Nuno was pushing, right? The only what signings did we hear that Nuno wanted this a right winger? That's what Nuno wanted. Right? The fans can say he wanted A, B, C, D, they want A, B, C, D, E, F, G. The only position that we heard that Nuno Espirito Santo was pushing for was Traore on right wing. Right? Because it's essential. The way that Nuno plays, having 2 effective wingers is essential for the way that he plays. And I'm not saying that Adama Traore would be the best option in that position for us. Obviously not. But he's better than what we've got. He really is. He's
Yeah,
more
that's what
creative than Lucas Moura is. He just is.
He's also fast. He's like, I mean, look, his end product is debatable. But-
Scoring wise, but his crosses
Yeah.
in, his balls into the box aren't horrible.
Good evening,
No,
Jason. Jason, good evening.
How's it going, mate?
And Mr.
Long
Scott's
time no
here
talk.
too. Say hi to Scott as well.
Hello,
Hey,
Scott.
Oh,
So-
hello, Scott. How you doing, buddy?
Good, thank
Scotty
you.
M.
Sorry to interrupt you, but I just wanted to say my good evenings.
I was just merely voicing my ill-educated opinions. That was all.
But we need look. I don't look. You guys know I'm a fan of 3 at the back. I am. But if he's going to be forced to play 4 at the back because of Daniel Levy's incompetence,
That's bullshit. That should never be the case. The fucking chairman should never dictate.
then why was it out in the
footballing
press?
matters.
Why was it out in the press from all major sources that Paratici, before signing Nuno as a manager, had to go back and show him 4 at the back? Evidence of it
Right.
before Daniel Levy would okay the of hiring him. Right? If that's not the case now, it's obvious that 3 at the back would be a far more effective position for us.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, all I know is this, Will. A lot of shit gets said in the press. And let's be honest, a lot of it's shit. So I don't know
Could
how
be.
true that... I don't know, man. I don't... If it's true, that's bad, really. Because, like... It just is. You either hire the dude you trust or you don't. And if you need convincing, then you probably shouldn't hire the bloke. You
In
know
the
what I
first
mean?
place, yeah. Like if someone's got to convince you, why are you hiring him in the first place?
Right.
I mean, I'll say it's hard for me to believe because, like you say, Levy's an idiot in that. But it's hard to imagine that he's so clueless that he thinks that 3 at the back is just automatically defensive. Like that's not like a masterclass tactical. You don't need to have Stell's coaching level or your coaching level, Will, to know that 3 at the back
That's
isn't
got
just
grassroots,
inherently.
Levy, Scott
Like-
Levy was the same man that said that Jose Mourinho was one of the top 2 greatest managers in the world at the time.
But I could,
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
see-
I could see talking yourself into that, and then, but beyond that too, then how does Paratici and Nuno then work if that's the case? Like, how do you come in and say if you're told you can only play, you're not allowed to play 3 at the back for some
Scott,
stupid reason, and then how can those guys work for them? That's all. That's
I've been supporting this club long enough to tell you We had a director of football called Frank Arneson. We had a director of football called Kamoli. We had another one called Baldini. We had a great head scout called Mitchell. All of them failed because Levy interferes. Do not underestimate what this chairman is like. He's the most interfering chairman that we have ever had in the football side of things. I don't actually think he's told the manager, you must play 4 at the back, because we went 3 at the back against Pacos Tefera in the second leg. However, I do not believe for 1 second Paratici has got what he thinks he has got in terms of control to genuinely sort out the situation with players coming in and out. That I don't believe.
100%.
I still think Levy fucks about in that shit.
I guess maybe it's for me. I just find like it's so much more obvious at this point that Levy won't give you control, like won't give you that control. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe back then it was obvious, and Mitchell and Baldini and those guys knew that they were coming into Levy doing this. I just think now it's more obvious to people, right?
I think for me, it was blatantly obvious then, right? The whole Tomiyasu deal, right? We didn't sign him when he would have helped. We could have gotten Leon Bailey for almost the exact same price that we got Brian Hill for, right? Someone who is an inverted right winger.
Tomiyasu looked really good for Arsenal, by the way, the other day. I didn't want to say it, but he did look really good.
I know.
Really annoying.
All of these things, right? All of these players that we could have gone in for, Vlahovic, right? 40 million pounds, 45 million pounds. We could have gone up that to 55 and gotten the Vlahovic deal done. Could you imagine having somebody like Vlahovic able to come onto the pitch and be able to, affect the match?
I'm back. Sorry about it.
Yeah, that's what we need. I just feel like we all knew, right? Like, the whole talking point was, will Paratici be allowed to do what he wants? And most of us said no. And we know we don't have in-depth knowledge. So how did he not know? And maybe there's just, he got so much money. Maybe I'm missing something. It just seems to me hard for me to say, like, Paratici had to know what he was getting into. Does he not?
Well, of course he did. Like,
of course he knew.
I mean, if you saw his interview that Paratici did, I think he was fairly clear that, like, he knew like the goals he had, and he was operating within a certain parameter. Like, he made that crystal clear in that interview he did.
So he knew and was just fine working with anyway the limitations.
Do you know what? Jason, I don't think he knew everything. I'll give you an example what I mean. I don't think that all right. If a club came in and said, we'll give you 20 million for Harry Winks, I think Paratici would make that deal happen. But I don't think he knew that Levy would say, no. We can't accept anything other than 30 million. I think things like that do happen. I think Levy does intervene in stuff where Paratici is trying to be reasonable, and Paratici knows Winks is not a 30 million pound player. He knows that, but at the same time, Levy will demand that money, and I think that's where we might have problems. And I don't think Paratici would have expected that. Perhaps I'm speculating now. I'm speculating.
Right, because I mean, look at the players we let go for fucking minimal fees. That's not something I would expect Levy to agree to.
Well, who did we let go for minimal fees?
Well, we got fuck all for, the players we let out. We didn't get fuck all for any of them.
Lamella, really. we got 25 million. No, Lamella, it was a swap deal, 11 million.
No, it was a swap deal. We gave them money.
We gave them money for Hill.
Okay. I think that was a goodish deal. That was a goodish deal.
Right, but again, I don't think that had anything to do with Levy.
I think it's a break-even deal.
Right.
Now, this season. It may be a better deal in the future, but right now it's a...
We let go, what's his name, our central defender.
Toby.
Yeah, and we got fuck all for that. Fuck all.
Actually, that was our best sale of the season. We actually got 11 million for Toby. For a 33-year-old right back.
We didn't get 11 million for Toby.
We don't know how much we got for him, actually.
Oh, no.
There's so much speculation.
It's in transfer market.
No, I've heard from 3 to 9.
No, it was like 11.
No, it wasn't, Will.
Well, that's the transfer market saying.
I think there's certain players we could have shipped out that maybe Levy interfered. Listen, I'll give another. I'll give another example. Apparently, we bid 70 million for Martinez. Okay, we never got him. Where's that money gone then?
Nowhere.
I truly believe in my soul, and I've got nothing to back this up.
Yeah, 11.7 million pounds is what we got for Toby.
I don't know that the club ever announced that, dude.
It's on transfer market right now.
Does that? And I don't know this. I'm just asking. Does that mean it's gospel?
I would say that these guys are the most accurate source because they'll update stuff. For instance, they classify Eric Lamela as a free transfer because technically he was, right?
But
Joe Hart 1.08. I mean, these are pretty specific numbers to be inaccurate. Like, why would you say Joe Hart would be 1.08 million pounds if he?
Guys,
I mean, that's the best bit of business right there.
Let me ask you a
£1 million
question.
for fucking Joe Hart.
Yeah, let me ask you all a question then. This is a good question. Do you think Paratici, once the transfer window had finished, looked back and said, "Yeah, good job,
No.
very happy with
bet
this
he
team
was
going
pissed.
forward"? Or
I
do
bet
you
he was
think-
pissed.
I can't imagine how he could have looked back and said that.
With all the links that he was into, to be able to only have gotten across the line what he got. Look, I'm telling you right now, this transfer window stinks of Daniel Levy.
Do you know?
It reeks of him.
To answer your question, still, I don't think he was ecstatic. I think he did some good stuff. Like, in the moves he did, I'm not like unhappy with. I think that he also knows that more was needed. Do you know what I mean?
1,000,000%.
But like, what pissed me off was it Joachim or whatever his name is that was playing for Palace that we were linked with for fucking
Anderson.
I don't know. Yeah, that's it. Like, why the fuck did we buy him?
The same reason we didn't buy Tomiyasu.
It fucking boggles my mind why we didn't buy him. Prem ready.
Oh, mate, I know.
I think if you look at the whole transfer window, like you said, Jason, I like probably every move. Like, I mean, Hill for Lamela individually, I like that. Fine, right?
This one for
But when
the
you look at
future,
everything,
I'm
so
not happy
if all
with that.
those moves would have been made and we would have brought in, say, 3 or 4 first team players as well, then it's great. But when you look at the overall transfer window and what we're still lacking, there's no way that it's good.
No, right, yeah, you're right. When you don't actually fucking fill the holes that need filling, all the subsidiary shit you bought doesn't mean fuck. Do you know what I
Every
mean?
time I hear one for the future, it's coming straight over to this guy right here.
But don't get me wrong, though.
Killing
dude.
me, Smalls.
I've got no problem with buying talent. Like, I don't. But, like, you need to take care of business first.
Like, that's what I'm saying, right? Like, if you want to go out and buy a boat, do that, right? But pay your bills first, right? If you got 50 grand in credit card bills, why are you going out and buying a boat?
Basically, dude, you don't go to the bookies before you paid your mortgage.
Exactly.
Pay your mortgage first, then go and have a bet
Then go
on
to the bookies. That's exactly my point. I have no problem buying players for the future. Like, if we would have bought 3 players for the now and 2 for the future, I'd have been great. But we bought 1 for the now and 4 for the future.
Yeah. But
I think the one thing I still don't understand, and I just think this club is just completely, excuse my political correctness, but retarded. If anyone's offended, just sue me.
Yeah, I'll just block them still.
just at Stel on Twitter.
Yeah, just at me on Twitter. Everyone else does.
I'll just block them.
I mean,
It's not even worth it.
how we've gone another season not buying a striker
Oh,
when
it's
the last
fucking insane.
the
You're
last
not
6
even bringing a backup.
mate, we have proven this is our Achilles heel. We have proven we fail by not doing this. And the director of football has come in and he's done exactly the same thing. And now look at us. We can't score goals. What should we do? Well, we ain't got an option because we didn't fix it again.
Do you think, like, and I'm just asking the panel in general, do you think Chelsea fucked us when they bought Lukaku? Or do you think if Chelsea didn't buy Lukaku, we would have pulled the trigger and got that guy?
I think there's a chance, but probably not.
I
Right.
don't think we would have, because Kane wasn't sold. I think that was the Kane money they were lining up.
Yeah.
And they didn't get a bid. And that was
Look,
probably
if we sign a single person in January, I'll count my blessings.
I'll be shocked.
It's very difficult to buy players in January. I mean, look what we did. Look what we did last time. We bought Bergwijn and Gedson Fernandes. They turned out to be great.
No, but no, still. Bergwijn's going to score 10 goals this season. What are you talking about?
He's going to be
Locked
injured.
in.
Mate,
Actually-
he's going to be injured all year, isn't he?
Talking of the match, though, how on God's green earth some of their team didn't... Like, that ref was the most lenient dude I've ever seen in my life.
This competition's like that. This competition, even in the last round, the refereeing is diabolical.
I'm like, how
But
was
no,
that
look-
not a yellow card?
I would rather have a lenient ref than a one-sided ref like we had on the weekend.
Oh, he was wonderful. Best ref I've ever seen.
Masterclass.
Just like in politics, there needs to be an age limit on officially.
Well, first of all, they need to test his eyes.
Well, no, after 55, you shouldn't be allowed to do it, right? And what are they going to say? It's ageism. Well, we don't let footballers play till they're 55 now, do we?
That's true.
Yeah, they can just shuffle them to do some off-field job. Don't they?
Yeah, go have them work VAR or some
Yeah, I
crap
was
where I
gonna
don't have to
say,
look
put
at
'em
them.
put them in the VAR booth where they don't have to run anywhere.
Or be the guy that stands on the sidelines lifting up the substitute number board.
Right. Or just give them a pension and fuck them off. Either way. I don't care.
Just fuck off.
Just fuck them.
Yeah, Kessie's supposed to be on a free, but if he's on a free, there's going to be a lot of teams that are going to want to grab him.
We're not getting Kessie. We're
That's
not
what I
getting
like
Kessie.
saying.
Come on.
Yeah, we were interested in
We're
Kessie,
not
but
getting
yeah,
Kessie.
we're going to have to finish in the top, at least the top 5, to be honest.
No chance of we getting Kessie. No chance.
Oh, it's just, look, I don't know what to do. It's like, what do people want? It's just not in my personality. I'm sorry. I'm not. I'm not that delusional. For folks that are watching, if you are a subscriber to this channel or you're watching my show and you expect me to be a happy clapper on Wednesday and then a negative Nancy on Sunday, that's just not me. I'm just not gonna do that. My emotions don't. I'm not up and down, right? This is Will. Right?
Listen,
I
Will,
need to say something, actually. 'Cause
go
I've
for it,
been-
Jace.
I let this rip at least 6 times during the match, and my kids were looking at me like, "Are you all right?" And I'm like, "Dad's watching football. Leave me alone." Fuck Doherty and the ship he sailed in on, and he can get back on the fucking thing and sail off again. If I never see that
He's
dude
awful.
play for Tottenham
He's
again,
awful. He's awful.
he
He's
is
awful.
fucking terrible. Terrible. Oh,
terrible
he
signing.
fucking whines me. He makes Davis look world class. He's fucking awful.
Yep.
I've tried to not judge him harshly. I have still, but fuck me, he is bad.
No one rates him. Nobody rates him.
Well, not when he's played for us. I rated him at Wolves.
Yeah, I tried to tell myself he'd be fine if we went to a back 3 and he played as a wing back, but I'm not even sure that. That's just
We haven't
that's
seen
just
it yet,
a
really.
small
though.
delusion I have for it.
That
because-
one game against PDF where we got our butts handed to us.
He's so fucking negative. And he
He
can't
looked
defend
okay
for
for the
shit.
first.
No. He
But
never
Dude,
first
Roy,
half against
but
Everton.
Jason, was Royale any better? On the pitch, not based on that he's a new signing and his age, right? On the pitch, was he any better?
I thought he wasn't as bad, but that's not saying much.
I'll be honest with you, Will. Maybe it's new signing bias. I just think there's a modicum more potential in that guy than there is fucking Doherty.
So they're both equally shit, but one has more potential than the other, is what you're saying?
I love that word, potential.
I will say this: Royal's got more fucking get up and go in him than Doherty has.
Of course, he's probably about a stone lighter and about twice as fast, right?
There you go. He's Brazilian. He'll be magic. Let it go.
Like, I mean, you know,
I must admit that dude needs to stop flapping around on the floor when someone breezes by him.
That's exactly what I said about half an hour ago on this show.
I was like,
said
what
the exact
the
same
fuck
thing,
are you?
mate.
Get up, man. You're
I said the
embarrassing
same
me.
thing. It's true. It's true.
yeah, the Iron Life's got it right here. He's more athletic. Yes, Emerson is more athletic, but
he's
he
young,
is
so
no
like,
more tactically or technically inclined than Doherty right now. He's not, right? Yeah, he's young, right? But this is the thing that really bothers me about this sport, right? It's what really bothers me about it. While I dislike American sports for other reasons, mainly the commercials,
excuse me. Sorry.
no one over here says, you know what? He's just too young. He'll come good. One for the future. No, if you're quality, you're quality. And if you're average, you're average. Right? Because when you come into the professional level, you're expected to be able to perform at that level.
One for the future.
Right? Why are we signing? This isn't the first team is not the academy. We shouldn't be putting people into the first team who are for the future. The first team is for the now. The academy is for the future. That's why we have a fucking academy.
One
Am I wrong?
for the future.
I'll just
One
say
more
this,
for
Will,
the
is that
future.
when they do say it over here, it's knowing that you're taking a step down, right? Like if you say there's one for the future, it's like we know we're going to be bad.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
In North American sports, if you
It's-
say it's
do you
one
know
for the
what,
future,
though?
that means we're going to be bad,
It's
not we're maintaining the same level as
Exactly.
Like,
well, we bought that French lad who we gave back to his team for the season. Like, fine, and by all accounts, absolute world beater he could be. But who are you dropping for him?
nobody, but in a situation like now, Winks doesn't have to play. Like, you could have played Skip Saar and Højbjerg in that situation. Right? Saar is far more creative than Winks is, even at age 18. Look, like for me, this is, if I am standing up for an 18-year-old, you better know that he's got to be somewhat decent. Right? People always told me, Brian Hill, right? He's a master. He is going to win the Ballon d'Or in 2 years. No, those are my words. Those weren't somebody else's. But
Ballon d'Or.
that was my exaggeration based on their claims that he was going to be world class, right?
What's wrong with everyone?
Yeah, I don't know.
I think he's going to be a good player for us.
Well, even the step up from PDF to here, he was ambiguous. He was getting bullied. And could you imagine him playing against Crystal Palace? That's what everybody cried for. And I'm saying, is the team we played today as physical on the back line as Crystal Palace? Yes or no?
No. But I'm
No,
just
and he got
saying-
manhandled. He got
just
beat
saying.
around like a little kid in a fight with a high schooler.
I don't know. He gave as good as he got on some of them.
The dude spent more time laying on the pitch than he did running up and down it.
Well, again, he's another one that flops over looking for a foul that isn't there.
Oh my gosh.
He goes down easier than a.
I get
I'm
like,
not going to
dude,
continue
like,
the
John.
rest of that phrase because he's not playing.
John, do you have a beef to pick with me? Like, come on the show and do it personally. If I say a player's bad, how do you know they're bad, Will? If I say a player's good, how do you know they're good, Will? It's like, regardless of what position I take, you want to be the contrarian. Come on
There's
the
a
show.
link there, John. Bring it on, buddy.
Click it up. Let's have a discussion. How do I know? Because I watch football. And to quote my grandfather, I have a triple-digit IQ. Thanks. Who you like, by the way, my granddad. And if you don't know what I mean by granddad. No, you know. And John, right now you are boring me. Absolutely boring. Pull up.
There you go. We scared Stell off.
It was me channeling my grandfather.
It was those glasses, mate. There's way too many fucking bedazzles going on with them. They've been bejeweled.
Yes, the bejeweled.
I don't know. I just think.
Don't think, John Fitzpatrick, that I don't see you in the comments section over on my grandfather's channel. Keep it on.
I think he'll come good. Like I don't think he's a now player. Getting back to Hill, I think he'll be a good player for us. I do, but at the moment, like he's someone you're going to bring in for these kind of matches. He's not going to. You shouldn't be hanging your flag on him in the fucking Prem.
Who?
Hill.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He can build into the Premiership, and I think there's a good player there. I
agree.
But you're not hanging your flag on fucking Hill.
Exactly.
I mean, I don't think he could have done much worse than Winks and Ali in that game. But I agree.
Right,
I didn't want him because he's my choice to come. Like, I agree with you. He shouldn't be in that position where he's the only option that I see to have come off the bench. But last week I would have played him because I think he was all we had. But far from.
No, I don't disagree with you that he would have done any worse, but he wasn't going to do any better either.
Do you know?
So to me, it's irrelevant, right? Like the fact that Nuno, like I called for him to start. If people remember, right, on my pre-match show, I called for him to start. But I don't think I don't think he's a player who would have made a difference in the result.
Also, when
maybe
Dele
we got one.
On, when Dele and like Højbjerg come on, the one thing I did notice they were both doing, they were trying to fucking get the team to push up the field a bit more. You know what I mean? Like Dele was fucking screaming at him, and when he weren't getting the ball quick enough, he was having to drop back deeper to try and get the ball to get fucking things going. I mean, at least they were trying to get the fuckers to push up the pitch more instead of dropping back. Oh, but that whole like Nuno, we controlled the game near the end. What, passing the ball backwards?
I agree. Iron Life, he can be a great talent. He's currently not one. I don't understand why that's so bad. Why is it bad to say that?
That's just a fact. No one's saying he's crap.
Yeah.
There is a lot of potential in that kid.
Lot of potential. Of potential. But is he as quality of a winger as Leon Bailey is right now? No. He's not. He's not. And they cost the same. Right?
I mean, for fuck's sake, though, dude, like fucking that striker that striped us up at the weekend.
Yep.
Like, how much would it have cost to have got him from fucking Celtic or wherever he got bought
14 million.
Right. And I'm not saying he's the second coming of Christ. I'm just saying it's an adult male that's a striker that we could have had in our team.
There's a lot of people.
An actual adult.
I know. That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of people out there that we could have signed who wouldn't have been like world-class players. They don't even have the potential to be world-class players. But they would be good players to help balance the team that don't cost an arm and a leg. There are good players, reliable, consistent players in the championship right now. In the championship. I mean, that we could have bought.
Prime example, Will. Højbjerg did not cost us an arm and a leg.
Nope.
Enough said.
£3 million after we sold him Walker Peters for like 10 or 12 or whatever it was.
Yeah, I know why they don't like us anymore, but that's but still, even if we'd have paid the full Monty for him, that is the deal of the century.
Yeah. Well, I mean, technically we did pay the full money because we paid them and they paid us. Yeah.
But either way, like even if we'd have stumped up 14 mil for him or whatever, you know what I mean? That's still a bargain.
An absolute bargain.
And there's plenty of them around. Look, We ain't fucking Chelsea.
Did you get your demons sorted out still?
Say again, sorry, dude.
Did you get your demons sorted out?
My demons are deep. It's been
Like,
20
we're not
years.
Chelsea. We're not Man United. We're not Man City. We're not fucking buying world beaters. We needed to buy it to strengthen our squad and improve our squad, and then move on from there.
Well, not Will. Jace, do you know what I think the issue we've got at the moment at this club is? There's no clear plan going forward. There's no clear plan at all.
I was hoping there was.
The thing is, I was saying this to so many fans. I come under so much criticism for what I said. I said to people, I've been here before with Tottenham. I've been here before where we've had a director of football. This is the 5th time now I've been through this. Nothing will change. The director of football isn't going to change anything, because at the end of the day, the decision making on who signs off on the checks on the players will always come from above, and they will always influence that. They will always say, no, we can't buy that player because there's no future sale value, or we can't buy this player because it's too much of a risk, or we can't buy this player because he's too much money, or we can't. And as long as they have that input, we're fucked.
Yep.
And they
because
will. And they will have that input.
Yeah, because what they're trying to do, it's very astute, bringing in Emerson Royale from Barca. Aglia, Ellie, I disagree. Royale, I don't think Royale's a quality player, but I agree. But look at Palace, man. Akeem Anderson, £15 million. Why didn't we buy him?
That's a great signing.
Because he's 25 and we're not going to be able to sell him on for 50. Edward put 2 past us, right? Why didn't we buy him? Because apparently our 17-year-old's better than a 23-year-old with week in, week out playing time at a decently respected level for £15 million. That's just 2 players off of Crystal Palace's signing that immediately affected their first team. Right?
Well, no, there was plenty out there. But here we are. We've got a world-class striker that, for whatever, one reason or another, clearly isn't that interested in the new project, and I'm doing air quotes even though no one can see me. and a fucking 17-year-old who, through no fault of his own, is probably going to die in a baptism of fire. And
listen, Dane Scarlett, man, you can't put the shoulders of the club on a kid like that, man. That's insane.
You can't.
No,
you
can't.
Ruin that kid's career.
You can, yeah.
And that's not fair on him.
Watford, right? Signs Luza.
Hey guys, let me read you some stats, okay?
No.
So in the Premier League so far, number of big chances created, we are 19th in the league out of 20. We're bottom with Watford, joint with Watford. Shots on goal, we are 17th in the league out of 20. And ball possession, we are 16th. If that is not defensive, not controlling a game football, I have no idea what is.
Well, my eyes don't lie, and you just got to watch us. Like, you just got to watch the games to know that those are true stats.
Do I watch Emerson Royale week in, week out?
He's played once or twice.
I do.
No, I think she's talking about the academy. She said above that she watches the academy players.
Oh, Ellie, how you doing? Ellie's amazing. She used to play for Spurs ladies.
I know Ellie well. I know Ellie
She's
well.
quality.
Yeah, I love Ellie. I don't always agree with Ellie, but I definitely love Ellie.
The thing with Ellie is, one thing you got to know about Ellie is she loves the club, like as in die hard loves it. So she'll always try and find a positive look on it. She's a bit like what
I
Mickey
think
Hazard
she's
was
watching
when
it
Mickey
back.
Hazard
I
come
think
on the
she's
show.
watching the show back on like 2x speed or something, because like the comments are all based on stuff we talked about like 25 minutes ago.
Oh yeah, her internet is dog shit.
Yeah.
It's worse than mine. And mine's bad. Mine's bad.
But so that's maybe where the disconnect is. But no, the academy. I like the academy. I'm saying the ones for the future are the academy. That's where you put the ones for the future in the academy, right? That's what the U23 squad is supposed to be, right? The ones for the future.
Yeah.
Right. What I'm saying is we don't have enough players for the now.
No, we don't. We definitely do not. We fucking do not at all.
But it is we've been in this 2 hours, and this is about the time when I go take a weevee. So I'm going to let you guys talk, and I'll be back in shortly. But I will be monitoring.
How many midfielders do we have in our team? We have a few, but the
ton.
problem is we don't have the right
No good ones.
blend of midfielders.
Yeah.
And so if I can see that, I'll be fucked if the coaches at our team don't know that. You know what I mean?
I mean, Will Stewart's an idiot, isn't he? He's a real knob. What a stupid podcast he
I
runs.
think he got the numbers wrong for his IQ. I think he's like 20 or something like that, isn't it, his IQ?
Honestly, how he gets away being allowed to run this channel is beyond me. How's he not been shut down?
Oh, he's such a bellend.
Yeah. Will Puett. Will Puett. Listen, guys. Do you know what? I genuinely fear Chelsea. I feared Man City, but
we're getting fucking turned over on Sunday. No doubt about that.
And against them lot as well. Against them lot. I hate them lot.
I know. Listen, I'm being real.
Lot.
I'm real talk. Real fucking talk. Because I've been to the lane when we've played Arsenal. I have zero love for Arsenal. Like, altercations with them. Don't like Arsenal, but as it stands at the moment, I dislike Chelsea more than I do Arsenal, mate. I'm just being real with you. I do. I fucking hate Chelsea, but they are going to turn us over on Sunday.
Oh, great.
They've just got a superior fucking team. Like, literally, who would they take out of our team?
Probably Son and Kane, and that's it.
Well, Son ain't fit, so he's not in the discussion. And at the moment, the way they're playing, I think I'd keep Lukaku.
Yeah.
Like, being real with you, mate, because like Lukaku's on form, Kane fucking ain't.
I think Reguilon. I think he would fit the way they're playing too. But
he's not as that Chilwell's better.
He's
Chilwell's
not as good
better.
as Chilwell, mate.
I don't think Chilwell's playing. Is Chilwell playing? No. Anyway, I like Reguilon, so I'm not gonna.
Oh, I don't dislike the guy, but I don't think he walks into Chelsea's squad team like their first 11. Yeah, like honestly, dude, they're gonna blow through us like a fucking hurricane.
Well, everybody was saying how is the best time to play City, right? That first game. This is about the worst possible time we could have to play Chelsea.
It's so true.
100%.
It's so true.
Right, but everyone got all gassed up because the way we played against City. But like, you could tell that wasn't City we were playing. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, you could tell they were not at the fucking races. Period.
Yeah, it was the best time. We caught them. They had missing players. They trying to bring in guys in. They didn't. You're right. They didn't look.
They weren't
look
ready.
at all right.
They were not ready for the start of the season. That come like a week too early for them. But yeah, look. If we manage to fucking squeak a draw at the weekend, I'll be ecstatic.
Oh. That would
and
be...
it's going to be probably the worst 90 minutes of football I'm going to watch in a while. In terms of like what's going to happen.
Yeah, I think we need a miracle in that one, Jace. I think we need an absolute miracle. Listen, we might contain them. We might hold them off for a while. But once they get that first one, we're not scoring. We're not scoring.
No,
we haven't got the ability.
We don't, as the stats have shown, we don't have that attacking threat.
Yeah, and plus all these injuries as well. They've caught us up now.
Right, and like listen, if it wasn't evident before, it is now. Son is very integral to our attacking threat. Very. Because
Well,
I mean,
he is the attacking threat.
right? Because you're not putting Kane through on a through ball. He just doesn't have that pace in him anymore.
Kane couldn't give a shit anymore, Jason.
Well, dude, like I can't remember the exact instance, and someone with a better memory than me will probably point it out. There was a bit in the second half where he was fucking stood there, and a ball went up out of our area and into the centre of the field, and he didn't even make fucking zero effort to try and get it. Zero effort. He just kind of looked at it. You know what I mean? I'm like. And that's when I'm like, no, man. Like, he is not 100% there. He's playing at like 60% for me.
I agree. I don't think he's 100%.
Like, and I'm not digging him out. I'm just stating what I'm seeing. Like, and you're right, man. His body language reeks of it.
I'm not saying you guys are wrong. I've always said that I don't see the same body language stuff, and I also think it's hard to I think it'd be more obvious for me if we were playing well, like how much is his body language because he's not in it, and how much is he just frustrated because he knows there's no chance anyone on that field that he's playing with can make a pass to him that's half decent.
Right, but how many times last season did he go, fuck this, get the ball, and he made that pass?
With Son or without Son?
Either way, we still had players that were looking to... Like, during that match, there was many a time when people went to look to run through, but no one was putting the ball through to them. Like, it happened on a few occasions. We're just so fucking slow on the ball.
Today, you're talking about, Jason?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a bit like Will. I was watching, but I don't know how much attention I had, so I'll go with you on that one.
We were so fucking slow on the ball. There's no snap to it. And I'm no coach, and still feel free to correct me, but do you know what I mean? There was just no crispness to our passing.
Jason, I was trying to say this to Will earlier, right? You can have an average group of players.
Say it to my face still.
But you can... oh, shit, do you think he heard us?
I hope he fucking did.
Like, you can get an average group of players, but you can still teach them to play the game a certain way. The perfect example, right? And this is an example I try and go back to when I try to explain to people. You can get average players to play football. Go back, I think 3 or 4 years ago, and just look at Ostenson's when they played Arsenal, when Potter was the manager. Look at the way Ostenson's went about their game. That's a bunch of part-timers from Scandinavia in the valleys, up in the snow. They played some really good football. They actually beat Arsenal in one game. Okay, it was a second-string Arsenal team, but they still beat them. Mm-hmm. It just shows you can coach a group of players to play a certain way. It's still early for Nuno, so it can't be too harsh. But the way we're going about our business at the moment doesn't encourage me one bit to say that Nuno's trying to build a way of playing. The way I see us play at the moment, I think this guy's got it wrong, man. He's got it wrong, and this isn't going to work. This is going to collapse in his face. Even if you've got average players.
I agree with you.
Doesn't mean you win games, because quality players win you games. But the way you move the ball through the lines, what do you do with it in midfield? What do you do with it up front? What do you do with it in defence? What's the movement of the ball? When I look at that, I just see a very defensive team, man.
I just want people to know, like Ellie, I agree with everyone that these players could be that they're talented. They wouldn't be professionals if they weren't. They could be great for the future. But what I'm saying is they don't affect us now in a way that can help us to accomplish the goals that we want to accomplish as fans, or the goals that we want to accomplish as a club. That's all I'm saying. It's not negative to say that.
See, you see when you've got players like Doherty and Bergwijn, if it was me coaching them, I would say to them, I want you to do one thing and one thing only and keep doing it until it works. For example, when Bergwijn goes running in on goal from the angle, I would say to him, aim for the far corner. Aim for the far corner. Like he did when we went to Anfield and we lost 2-1 and he missed those 2 chances. He went for that corner spot. I would tell him, always go for that until you get it right. So have that one trick up your sleeve and that's going to be your goal scoring move. And with Doherty, I'd say to him, look, when you cross the ball, it's shit. So just aim for the same cross, back post, back post, back post. Just master one type of cross, one type of shot. And once you've got that in your locker, then you can progress the player. But when I look at our players, they're not doing that. And that for me is on a coach. I'm just saying it. For me, I would put that on a coach.
Scarlett can still be a great talent and not be ready at this age to be a backup.
Exactly.
Right? Like
Who's that?
I don't think anybody's. I don't want to speak for Jason and Stell, but I don't think
Scott, who are you
anybody's saying
talking
he's
about?
not an immense talent, right? Like he's an immense
Scarlett.
talent. He's not ready to be the backup striker.
He's a
for us.
baby. Dude, he's
He's a baby.
We can't judge him. We can't judge
No,
Scott.
he is without doubt an immense
He's 17.
talent.
He's
But
17
that's
years
what,
old.
That's
like.
all he is, an immense talent. And he
Yes.
needs to be nurtured.
Dude, he's like 3 years older than Will's son or something.
Yeah,
he
4.
He needs to be
4,
nurtured,
exactly. He's
not
so
thrown
young.
in at the fucking
He's
deep
so
end.
young.
Well, not even full 4, 3.5. Like he just turned 17, right? My son will be
Right.
14 in like 3 months. Do you really want to put my son out there and have him start week in and week out? I mean, come on, I'll go for that, but I don't think anybody else wants it.
You'll take the money.
I'll take it.
I'll
Put
be
him out
honest.
there.
I'll
Come
be
on, coach,
honest,
put him in.
I would have rather we'd have kept what's his name instead of lending him out and used him as a backup striker.
Oh,
Vinicius.
William, I love you. William McKenzie,
No,
I
not
love you, mate.
Vinicius, the Irish
But
lad.
he is a baby. He's a
Irish
baby.
Oh,
Yeah.
Parrot.
Yeah, I'd have rather we'd kept Parrott and used him as a fucking backup striker instead of lending him out.
Wait, here, John. This is John Fitzpatrick. This is what I love about this. This is so ironic, right? First of all, my granddad, footballing genius, the boy Hotspur, whatever you want to call him, hairy asshole, whatever you want to call him. He's welcome to come on my show anytime. I will debate him one-on-one, or we can talk about it. But the funny thing is, Stel, you and I, Cody points this out to me all the time, sound more like him. And it's all of his fans who come on here and berate us. But if you really listen to what we're saying, we say a lot of the same stuff as he does.
What's Nuno?
It's hard.
John.
No, the boy Hotspur.
Do we?
Yeah, we do.
Oh my God, we're fucked.
I know. That's the funny part, right? We catch heat from his fans, but we say a lot of the exact same things
Yeah,
he does.
but he
Yeah, but
says a lot
I'll
of
be honest.
controversial
Yeah,
stuff,
but I'll
man.
be
He says a
honest.
lot of controversial
I'm talking
shit.
about the
In
footballing
terms-
side of stuff, not the
in-
political side of crap.
In terms
Yeah.
of football, I don't disagree with everything he says at all. In terms of some of the other shit he says, he's a walking arsehole. But in terms
Yeah.
of some of the footballing stuff he says, fine. When he starts getting balls deep in conspiracies and shit like that, I don't really care what to hear.
Do you know what? I just think the Spurs job is just it's almost
curse.
impossible, man. Like
It's a fucking cursed
Pochettino.
Oh
honestly,
my
performed
gosh,
a miracle.
Mahinder, mate, I love you. I feel
Performed a
it.
miracle.
Oh no, he definitely did. There's no fucking way we're winning 1-0.
No,
At all. In
The thing
fact,
is, though,
if we lose 1-0, I won't be happy. But
Do
I'll
you know-
believe it's only 1-0.
Do you know one thing that really worked in Poch's favour? When he came to us, he told to Daniel Levy, try and get Paul Mitchell, the scout from Southampton. So when Mitchell come over, he got us Son, Dele Alli, Toby, Wanyama. We had a brilliant head scout, man. And because the scout was finding players for 10 million, 5 million, 12 million, 8 million, it was like, oh yeah, this is music to Levy's ears. It ticked every box. The problem was, once we got good, and Mitchell was saying, right, now we need to go for that higher caliber of
Yeah,
player,
let's step up.
Levy shut the bed and said, don't be so fucking stupid. We're going to buy NG and Nkudu because I've been told they're good. It's like, oh, here we go.
And then
Here
Mitchell
we go.
left.
Well, yeah, and then he went to RB Leipzig and made a nobody into a somebody.
Right. I mean, it's just facts. And let's be honest, Levy must know he fucked the golden goose.
Jason, at Spurs, right, I talked to a couple of the coaches there. I talked to one of the senior recruitment officers, and they all say the same thing to me. They all say the same thing. They really, really get frustrated with Levy because they go and do their job, they go and do their scouting work, but Levy always listens to agents over them. He just fucking loves agents and listening to them. Agents have got Levy in their back pocket.
Yeah, but agents are self-serving.
Yeah, they are.
Actually
they are a
serve the
completely unreliable source of
club. Of
information.
course they're going to blow smoke up their clients' ass because they want.
I need to
their
find
client move
some
and make
agents
money.
then. If that's the
But
case,
they all
I
say
need
the
to
same
find
thing
some
to me.
agents.
They all say the
If
same
anybody's
thing
got
to me.
any agent friends, let me know. I've got a kid who's who's an immense talent, one for the future.
If that's facts, and I don't doubt for a minute that is, that's fucking disappointing.
Yeah, why do you think we got Sissoko for 30 million on the last day of the transfer?
Gem Dog,
nowhere?
hold on. This one's got to be addressed. Are you saying right now that Brian Hill is the quality of player as Phil Foden? I disagree.
I'll tell you what I agree with. I agree that when you're ready, you're ready. And when you're ready, it's fucking like when you step on, it's obvious. It was obvious the minute Rooney started playing. He was
Foden
ready.
Is probably like worth 10 times as much as Brian Hill is.
But Rooney is also a physical fucking specimen.
Well, I mean, Rooney was a different. Phil Foden's current value is over £72 million. Where's that music coming from? Oh, it's from the transfer market site. You guys can't hear it, but I can. The Phil Foden is far above the level as Brian Hill. Far above.
But look at the names: Rooney, Owen, and Foden. Like
right.
that seems to support the argument that Hill and Scarlett aren't ready because those guys are like, if not wonder kids, they're anomalies, right?
They're just kids.
Rooney, for the record, is not the same size as Brian Gill. Fucking, if they stood side by side, you'd lose Gill. You wouldn't see him past.
Right, but
Rooney.
age and size has nothing to do with being ready.
Physicality does on the pitch, like you were saying. If you're saying he was getting ragdolled, then obviously size.
Oh, see, Ellie. Okay, Ellie. Okay, so these are the kind of comments that trigger me. I agree. Like I agree with you 90% of the time, but Brian Hill is not Johan Cruyff reincarnated. You're talking about one of the greatest players to ever play the game.
Honestly, he probably will beef up, and he'll be a very good player for us.
Oh yeah, but he's not Johan Cruyff. Come on now. Are you telling me he's the next generational GOAT?
Talent.
There's no way Brian Hill.
Not on the current evidence I'm seeing. No.
I mean, look at Lionel Messi at the age of 17. And compare Lionel Messi's size, height, and weight compared to Brian Hill. Messi was tearing up sides when La Liga was the top league in the world at the age of 17. Brian Hill at 20 is doing no such thing. Right? To compare the two.
We should have gone for Messi on a free.
Yeah. I mean, we couldn't afford his wages and he never want to play for us unless we're in the Champions League. Yes. Oh God. Thank you, Ellie. I appreciate it. It's giving me headaches. But I appreciate that. Gil doesn't just need beefing up. Yes, he does need beefing up, but there's more there as well that he needs, right?
I truly believe the kid will grow into being a good player for us.
You definitely did, Willie. or Ellie, you definitely did. I love it. But
dude, like that fucking Watford game, like the team was set to be negative.
I do too, and that's why I don't get upset. Like when you banter me, Ellie, I don't get upset. when other people banter me because I like you, first of all. And two, one, I respect your opinion. I've heard you talk, and I don't hear hot air from you. So that's why I don't get worked up. Like, you can even tell from my tone. But yeah, see, John, we agree. There you go. There you go, John. We're agreeing right now. Exactly my point.
John.
Exactly my point, John.
Agrees with me. It's all good.
But yeah, no, I mean, even Kudo, even in playing style, I don't think he looks anything like Johan Cruyff. I don't. I don't see that comparison.
Nobody was saying.
the
Sorry,
panel.
there's a comment at the bottom there. Nobody was saying that no young players are ready. We are saying that the specific young players we're talking about aren't ready. We're saying that Scarlett and Hill specifically haven't shown that they
Royal.
are ready to play for the Premier League right now, or starting roles, or in Scarlett's case, backup striker. We didn't say no young players are ready. What?
I mean, Skippy's a young player. I'd say he's ready.
I would say he's more ready. I would say Skip is more ready than Hill, and they're about the same age.
I'd say Skip is in a good place.
John, I don't know if I'm
So-
easily wound up.
I have a question for the panel.
Ask away.
Do you think the three players that haven't been training with the team for I don't know, 2 weeks that are now in isolation are walking straight back into that squad?
They better.
Eligible.
They better. Can't do much worse, man. Can't do much worse.
So, all right, another question. What's your midfield for Chelsea? If say Son is out, but all those players are eligible, and Berger's out, what's your midfield?
My midfield now?
Yeah. Who you picking?
Højbjerg, Lo Celso. Then you go like a Rodin, Romero, Sanchez in a back three. But I don't think he's going to play a back three, but that's what I would do, right? Reguilon, Royal, because we don't have any other choice. Not that I necessarily would want to see him there. Son's obviously out. Bergwijn's probably going to be out. And Mora, dude, we're talking.
Mora might be out as well, because his ankle got rolled.
Who's going to play, dude? We have no one in right wing now. No one. Absolutely no one. Who's playing right wing?
It's probably
You got to play two up top. You've got to go 3-5-2 then, right? So you'd have to have Royale on the right. You'd have to have a Dele, Højbjerg, Lo Celso midfield, I would guess. That's the only thing we can do right now with the injuries that we've got.
See, I guarantee you,
Who's going to play alongside Kane, though, even up top?
Harry Winks is going to play.
No, he'll play Skippy.
You wait and see.
I mean, who's going to play up top with Kane?
He'll put Dele up top again, right?
So Dele, Kane, Hill? But who plays in the 10 role then? I guess you could have Ndombele, Lo Celso, Højbjerg. Everybody wanted to see last season.
No, we'd get walked fucking through.
Tuchel is such a smart manager. He will look at us and he will know we're vulnerable and he will set up to pulverize us.
Oh, he's
so Son is not a midfielder. Son is not a midfielder. How do you justify that, seeing that he's been classified as a midfielder on FPL for the past, I don't know, ever? He's played more minutes as a left midfielder than he has as a forward ever. I'm not sure how we justify the claim that Son is not a midfielder. Son is a midfielder, but he's an attacking-minded midfielder. Yes, he can play a forward role or an attacking forward role as a left winger in a forward role. That's the way he's been playing this season. But he can play a striker, but he's not a good one. Right? Just because you can operate in a specific function doesn't mean that's where your strength is. Right? Sol Son is good as an inverted winger. That's his best position. But he's not technically a forward.
I think Stell's right though about Winks. I'm happy that he didn't play, and I'd be happy if he didn't play because he's now getting frozen out of the team totally. But it seems odd that he didn't play if he isn't going to be used.
But is Winks so essential that we need to rest him for the weekend? I mean, come on now.
No,
That's
is
a
he
bit.
But why
He's
wouldn't
not.
you play it? Why wouldn't you play him and let somebody else rest for the weekend then?
He
right?
wasn't
And rest one of
resting
those
Winks
Who?
for the weekend.
Who are you gonna rest?
He wasn't
Well, Skip
resting
started,
Winks for
right?
the weekend.
He could have sat out today, and Winks could have played instead of him. I don't know.
No, Skip did. Skip got subbed out pretty quick, didn't he?
No, Skip didn't.
Who did what's his name come out for then?
Who?
Or come in for? I'm trying to think of who came into the midfield.
Højbjerg came on.
Yeah, Højbjerg. Who did Højbjerg come on for?
Was it Mora or Bergwijn?
No.
It was one of them two because he did.
No, Mora came on or Højbjerg came on in the first half. Both of those injuries didn't happen until the second half.
Well, Skip played.
Yeah, he started.
No, I'm pretty sure he finished the game.
I don't know. Let me see.
Skip
People in the
did finish
comments
the
will
game.
get me.
Yeah. He did a shuffle.
Yeah,
Because he
Højbjerg
brought
came on
Emerson
for
on and
Bergwijn.
made Emerson play out of position for Mora.
Scarlett came on for Mora. Emerson came on for Kane. Ali
Was
for
injured early.
Dembele. That's according to ESPN. I don't know how right they are.
Emerson came
Right.
on for Kane. Emerson was
Well-
already starting, no?
No, Emerson didn't start. He came on as a sub.
Yeah, he
played
came
out of
on as a sub.
position. He played out of position. He wasn't.
Yeah.
like, he
Stevie
played
came on for.
forward.
Okay. What minute was he injured in? Because I remember Højbjerg
think-
playing in the first half.
I think he come on for Stevie when Stevie went off. He come on.
At about the 30th
and
minute.
Gil got moved to Stevie's
Oh, okay. 30th
position.
minute. Yeah, that's okay.
Give or
Yeah,
take,
he
I don't
come
know.
on then, went into the mid, and then Gil got moved into Stevie B's position.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, man, losing Mora was the biggest blow.
Yeah, we have who's gonna play there still? We don't have anybody now.
It's
I
gonna happen.
guarantee, actually, he'll play Lo Celso there because we have played. Lo
That's true.
Celso
We
in
have
that
a place.
position.
That's true.
I'm
That's a
not
good
saying
point,
he's
Jason.
great there, but
No, he's
that's
definitely not great
probably
there.
what's-
But
that's what's going to happen. I feel.
yeah, I don't disagree with you. Who plays in the midfield then? So we got Winks and Lo Celso and Dembele. I guess you could do Højbjerg and Dembele. If you're gonna play like a 3-4-3, you could do.
We're going to be so defensive against Chelsea, man. We're going to be so defensive.
Oh no! If you don't think for a minute that fucking Skip and Højbjerg are going to be on that pitch at the same time, there's no way he's not playing both of them.
You just know we're going to get another injury because players are now pushing themselves to the brink.
Yes. Did anyone see Nuno's interview?
You're gonna
with
get no
Tottenham after
arguments
the
from me
match?
there.
Did anyone
he
see
shouldn't. Definitely
Nuno's
not.
interview with Tottenham after the match?
Do what now?
Did you
No,
watch
what did he say?
Nuno's? I can't remember his verbiage, but that guy was like, fucking like, you could just, he's like, I don't want to blame all this shit, but we're in the shit. He was just like, I can't believe our bad luck type deal, you know what I mean? Like, fucking.
His bad luck from last
Isn't-
season at
isn't-
Wolves has come over to haunt him at Spurs. Is what's going on.
Isn't this what happened to Mourinho in his first season in January when he lost Son and Kane?
Yeah.
And then we went to RB Leipzig away. We had Lamella up front.
I'm like, it's just, yeah, I mean, look, even if we were fielding our first 11, right, and I'm being,
Even then,
fucking
we would be
real.
lucky to
I
get a
s-
draw.
right, I would be ecstatic if we managed to squeak a draw.
I wouldn't be surprised if we got bantered 5-0 tomorrow.
Right, but we're not playing our first 11. And even if and we're not playing a Kane that really wants to be there.
Yeah, we'll be lucky
If we
don't
don't
get
get
beat 5-0
that,
tomorrow.
dude, I'll be happy if it's not scorched earth. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I'd be happy with 2-0 loss, to be honest with you. Not happy, but like
I'd accept it. Relieved. Like
Relieved
1-0,
that we-
I'll be like, fuck, we got away with that. Now,
If we get spanked, it's gonna be horrible.
Horrible. That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, people are all flipping out about the Crystal Palace thing, dude. I was like, look, you think it's bad now?
You wait till you're at home and you're getting spanked.
Wait till we're at home against Chelsea and having to deal with Chelsea fans for a week after that. I mean, seriously? Like, my Twitter, I'm not even going to go on Twitter for a week. I'm just not going to go.
Dude, like, if you think those fans in that ground are going to sit there and take that all jolly, like, woohoo! Oh, boy, are they not.
And listen, Brian Daigle is going to be in the stands, so I might have to have the emergency services on speed dial.
Tell Brian I need to have an in-ground selfie sent to me.
The players voted Son PFA team of the season, left winger, midfielder. You're calling out my comment. I'm calling you out, brother. Come on the show, man. The link is right there. Click on the top. Michael Jordan fans are the worst. Inside joke.
Please don't start that again.
No, look, regardless of that, Son has played most of his career as a left midfielder, not a winger. What formation do we play under Pochettino, fellas?
Pochettino, we had a couple of formations, didn't we?
What was the most common?
I think it was 4-5-1, wasn't it?
4-2-3-1.
Sorry, 4-5-1, yeah.
Yeah. 4-5-1, and in that formation, is there a left winger?
Well, Son, I guess.
No, but I mean, technically, is there a left winger or is it a left midfielder?
It's a left midfielder.
Thank you. I rest my case, Your Honor.
If Will's mic wasn't so expensive, he'd drop it. Oh, here we go. Cheap mic drop.
And if you go on to FPL, his position for that, based on where he plays the most, is at what?
Do you know what kills it for me? I can't even watch us play, man. I just can't watch us play without switching off or jumping on WhatsApp or getting up and doing something else. I'm so bored watching us.
I try, like I said, dude. Like, I lost interest at halftime. I had the match on the background. I was watching. I saw the scores. I watched replays of the goals. You know, but I tried to watch it back starting at around 6 p.m. my time, which was like 9 o'clock your guys' time. Not even 11 o'clock your time, I guess. And I tried to watch it back before this show, in preparation for this show, to watch it in detail, and I couldn't, dude. I just couldn't.
Did anyone see Højbjerg when he was like doing some warming up, like long before he come on, and the ball come out for a throw-in? One of our players went to get it, and there was a couple of them there, and he was fucking barking orders at our two players, like fucking telling them to do shit. You know what I mean? Just from warming up on the sidelines.
How is he not the club captain?
He fucking should be.
Of course he should.
Why would he be the club captain? We already have Lloris and Keane here ahead of him. I don't see the point in upsetting.
Upsetting who? A keeper that's leaving in a year and
I know it's not
going
to. He's the golden boy, so I won't. I'll just step.
Well, no, like even Højbjerg, I've called out Højbjerg before, right? Even Brian Dale called me. I will not have a single bad word said about Højbjerg. I had a whole. Go look at my channel. Go look in the back videos. I have a whole video about.
I'm not saying he's perfect, but his attitude is what makes him a club captain for me.
4 years ago, what was the main formation that we played under Jose Mourinho, fellas?
I don't know.
4-2-3-1.
That's fine. When I say upset, I just mean I think Lloris has been fine as a captain. I see no reason to strip him of captain now and make Højbjerg. I also tend to think that captains in all sports get to be a little bit overrated. Like, I don't know why Højbjerg can't be a leader without having the exact armband around him, right? Can he?
Because someone tell me why, when Kane went off, Ben Davies got the captaincy.
Seniority.
I don't know.
He's another shit player.
Seniority, mate. Like, in my opinion, they should have given it to Doherty.
Oh, listen, Doherty's a natural born leader, mate.
He is.
Absolutely.
If there was a gopher hole on that
Poch
pitch,
didn't
he'd have
leave us
fucking
4
hit
years
it.
ago. Poch left us a year and a half ago. What's this guy talking about?
When did
Fuck, was
Poch
it
leave?
only that long ago?
November 2019.
19. That's not
Yeah.
4 years ago. That's not even 2 years ago.
It feels like 4 years though.
Feels
Will.
like 4 years, but it's not.
Fuck,
But
man.
we played a 4-2-3-1 under Jose as well.
Guys, those days have gone, man. Those days are gone now.
100%. And we
they're
need
long
to
gone
adjust our fucking. Some people are like, oh, maybe we'll squeak top 4. Like, we'll be lucky to get European fucking football. Is what we'll.
Now,
be.
the days of challenging and being that top 4 club and getting to semi-finals and fight, that's all gone. That's gone now. That ship has long sailed. And once Kane goes next summer, and eventually Son will go as well, we're fucked. We're finished.
I don't know if Son necessarily goes. I don't.
He will not be here for that 4-year contract.
Well, hey, brother, I'm telling you right now, man, I didn't think he was going to sign this new contract. I thought he was gone this summer. I really did. I said it all since like April.
I know, me too. I can't believe he stayed. I'm glad he did.
Shocked, flabbergasted.
Honestly, that was the one bit of real. Well, that and getting the central defender, actually, I was very happy about that. But like, that was some really fucking good. I was happier about that than Kane staying. Because in my mind, I was like, fuck it. I'd accepted he was going, take the money and buy some fucking... Do you know what I mean? Properly invest in the squad. That's just where my mind was.
And look, I don't actually disagree with Ellie here, right? As far as go back to what we're talking about, and just have it changed now, bring it back, because that's what I like to do. I like to screw things up. But I think that they can be a positive, right? Stirring it up a little bit, right? Changing the old guard in for the new guard.
Yes.
May be a positive thing. Because I want our captain to be somebody who's going to go into the locker room, throw a guy up against the lockers, and be like, not while I'm here.
You want to get Dave McKay? Do we need Dave McKay? Is that what we need?
I just don't see him as the general, the orchestrator. Maybe he's the hardest working talent at our club. Maybe I don't know. I just don't see it with him, but that's okay.
Not necessarily the hardest worker, but I see him as being like that, you know.
He doesn't let people rest on their laurels. He of all the players, he gets in fucking. He fucking screams at people and tells them to fucking do shit,
even when it's his fault.
You know, he's like that, you know. You know, from Ted Lasso, he's Roy Kent, right? Like he doesn't.
That show is fucking awesome, by the way.
I love that show.
Ted Lasso, so I can't comment.
You got to watch it. You got to watch it,
Oh, no,
Scott. If you haven't watched it,
I know. I hear that, but then I
brilliant.
watched all the ads for it, and it looks so bad. But everybody
It's
says
not
it's
bad
It's
though.
funny.
It's
as
good.
Fuck.
Then I have to
Good.
figure out how to get
Ted Lasso is a genius.
It's hilarious.
The show is it's an amazing show. And the producers of Ted Lasso, you now owe me $100,000 in promotional fees. But
Is that split amongst the panel?
sure.
Oh, fair.
If you can actually get them to give me $100,000 for promotional fees, I will gladly split that across the four of us. I'll take a $25,000 all
I'll
day
reach out to
long.
my man, see what I can get done. Oh, fuck. But no, it's a funny show. Like it's
a great show.
funny.
Except for Scott, because he hasn't watched it, so he doesn't get any. So there'll be 33,000 between the three of us.
Fair enough.
You're advertising it for me to watch it. That's the without me, you're advertising just they're already watching the show.
Apple. We have to get to Apple. I mean, I guess Apple's the one who's putting that out, right? So what's the call?
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
You got more chance of getting blood out of a stone.
The show C is pretty good too. If you haven't watched that, I like that show as well.
That's-
C.
That's
I
actually
haven't
very good.
Seen that? That looks good.
It's a good show as well.
It's got some production value and all.
Yeah, a little bit of Game of Thrones vibe going on there in C, but I think it's a little bit more of an interesting story.
Without a doubt, the premise is really good.
Yeah.
And as a result, the fight scenes, the way they choreographed and that are fantastic.
Yeah, the blind people fighting. It's pretty interesting.
They put some thought into that.
Yeah.
For sure. But yeah, we're going to get spanked on Sunday. Sorry, people. That's just my opinion. I would love it if I'm wrong, and if you ever see me on here again, feel free to capilla me. I'll take it if we win.
All these people are good. Here's a good question. Who's better, Jordan Henderson or Højbjerg, disregarding trophies?
You'd have to say Henderson.
Disregarding trophies?
Yeah, but they've won those trophies because Henderson's played a big part in that, though.
He impacts his team more than Højbjerg impacts our team.
Oh man, yeah, I'm not a Henderson.
Statistically,
fan,
I'm
but-
not 100% sure that that's necessarily true.
I think Henderson as well. He actually, do you know, it's difficult to answer because he plays in a much better team.
Yeah.
He does. I know. I like Højbjerg. I like his attitude.
Oh, I like Højbjerg.
I'm not saying he's the perfect player.
There she is. 안녕하세요. 고구마님, 거기 그 폴 좀 해주십시오.
Where did all right? So you'll know what position did Stefan Freud play in?
By the way, and for people that are watching, we now have 68 votes on the poll. Right, going back to this. Who is prettier, Will Stewart or Ryan Mason? I am now up to 49%.
I'm not going to lie. I voted for Ryan Mason.
51% to Ryan Mason. I am now within the margin of error in this poll.
I think there's some bias going on there.
I can hear a recount. I can hear a recount.
Gogomanim, you could put me over the top. Just saying. She said
do you
yes, she
remember where
voted.
Stefan Freud used to play? What position he was still?
Stefan Freud was holding mid, wasn't he?
Right. It's like because Højbjerg. This is out of left field. I kind of get that a Stefan Freud vibe from him, but he's a better footballer than Stefan Freud ever was.
Stefan Freud was a terrible football player.
Oh, he was shit, but he was fucking 100% Tottenham. You know what I mean?
Do you know what? I've noticed this. Players that are shit are 100% Tottenham.
But he was 100% Tottenham, though. You know?
Yeah,
what I
so's
mean? Like,
Winks. Who
I
else
don't-
is shit? Dyer.
69 votes now, and the percentage has stayed the same. Cody Mack says, Cody, I thought you were going to join the show. If you're still on later. She said, don't worry, Will.
That Cody Mack.
Why? You said you were going to come on if we're still on. It's 10:41 your time. Get your butthole over here.
It's 11:42 where I am. I'll be back in a sec. Just got to swap some laundry over.
Now that he's working, he's soft.
Yeah, he's a softie.
Scott, whereabouts are you based?
I'm in Alberta,
Alberta, where's that?
Canada.
Okay, you're north of the border as well.
Yeah, not quite as far as Vancouver, but out
Lazy.
out west here.
Is there a place called Alberta-Kirky, or am I making shit up here?
Albuquerque.
That's it, Albuquerque.
Yeah, that's where what's his name? That guy who was on the Two Bryans the other night. The tall, bald guy. I can't.
Albuquerque.
Sean was in Albuquerque the other night. I think Sean's his name.
There you go, Ellie. You and comment of the day.
What she said?
She says, as a woman, I hold the key to who is more handsome, yourself or Ryan Mason, and you are 100% better looking. Don't listen to all the men. Thank you, Ellie. I appreciate that.
There we have it, people. The public
So
has
it's
decided.
It's official.
It's
She must
official
be
now.
blind. She must be nearsighted. It's official.
No, she's always right. I take back all my comments of me disagreeing about.
So, coming in, what do you think the score's going to be at the weekend? Not hope. What do you actually believe the score's going to be?
Never pay Ellie.
I think it's going to be 3 or 4-0.
Yeah, I was going to say 3-0.
I'm going 2 because I think Romero is going to make a difference. I think we're going to see, and I could be wrong. I have no other than I think that that he'll want to come back and make up for his poor decisions. So either he's going to get a red card, or he's going to have a performance of his career for us so far.
I think he's going to get a red card. And it's going to be a solid 4-1.
Right, but I'm saying one of those two. Right, it's either going to be a red card.
That's what I think.
My concern with Romero, though, is he wasn't really playing that much before, right? Because he missed a few games in the Copa, then played in the final, then didn't play for us before, and then went to Brazil. I think he played, somebody said maybe 5 minutes or not even 5. Like, he didn't play, right, that first game that he went over, so.
Romero is going to have a very average game if he plays.
Or I guess he's played for.
He's not ready for this game. Romero's not ready for this game.
He's not up to speed. He's not. And that's
He's
not
not ready
his
for this
fault.
game.
That's not his fault.
Well, no, it is because he broke the bloody rules. We told him don't go.
Dude, I'd see.
I get why he went though. I get why.
All this fucking stick that these players have got from some people because they went and played for their country. I don't give a flying fuck, right? If you're asked to play for your country and you're proud of your country, you're going to fucking play for your country.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And I do not blame them one bit. Who I blame are the governing bodies that allowed the match to take place in the fucking country it took place in.
Yeah, no, you're right. That's what I said. Actually, that's what I said. Yeah.
Like, because if that was like English players and they went fuck you and went and played anyway, we'd all be cheering them.
I keep trying to click on the YouTube, like that's gonna make a difference. I keep clicking on the YouTube video in the comments. I'm like, oh, wrong window.
I 100% stand behind their decision to go. I blame the governing bodies for this situation, all the way.
And yeah, for sure. I mean, what are we gonna do now? Because like, there's another window coming up, like what in like 2 or 3 weeks, right? So
we need the break.
No, we always do worse after an international break. So I've already told you that the numbers. If you go back and look, if you look at the results after international break,
we need our players who are injured to have the time to recover,
to get fit. Because none of our squad's going on international duty. They're all fucking injured.
That's true. I guess.
Kane will go. He always fucking goes.
Good. I hope he has a blinder.
Yeah, at least he's got to do good. He's got to do well somewhere, innit?
He's got to keep his like.
But no, like if Son is even halfway fit, he'll go because like Korea is like on the verge of not qualifying for the World Cup this year. So
awesome.
Yeah,
great news. That
Son is going to be there if he's even 80% fit. I can guarantee that.
What are the rules? He can just come back though. Like assuming he doesn't get injured, he doesn't have to quarantine or anything, or.
I don't think Korea is only on amber list right now. I don't think they're on a red list, so he should be fine.
The UK is about to scrap the color system anyway.
Are they? Who they banning then? Everybody?
No, they're
Universal.
They're just going to say you either can go or you can't go, and that's it. And anyone who's had 2 jabs will be all right.
Oh, that's good.
But but at the same time, they're telling us to prepare for a lockdown this Christmas.
Yeah, but you know what?
You know what's weird about that? Like, so like, what's weird about that for here too? Like, is they just like the president just come out with this mandate right now where it's like mandating everybody to get the vaccine. But you know what's weird? All the signs for wearing a mask that were at the gas station, gone this week. In the same week that the president come out and says you have to get vaccinated, all the signs for wearing a mask disappear.
If you've had both vaccines and they can test for the virus, I don't see why you have to. I get quarantining for a day or two, you know what I mean? Like, you come back, you get tested, you wait a couple of days. If it comes back negative, move on with your fucking life.
Nah, because it's all politics, dude. It's all about people showing their power and their control over people. And
do you know what I mean, though?
Yeah,
there's no
ridiculous.
need to isolate for fucking 2 weeks or a week.
No, there's no reason.
You can be tested and found positive or fucking negative.
Yeah, 100%.
No need for it.
It's a free-for-all, man. It's a free-for-all.
Oh, it's a fucking...
I think one's at home. I think one is at home. 2 are away, one's at home. I'm not 100% sure, though.
What's that?
Wrong on that. Korea has 3 games during the next international break.
Mate, Spurs' next games are awful. we've got Chelsea, Wolves, Arsenal. Then we've got Villa, West Ham, Man U.
Oh, dude, like how many wins are you?
Villa hasn't been doing well. Okay,
Right.
hold on. Because I am an authority on this channel, I am stopping the count. Bam! Poll has ended 50-50. I'm just as good looking as Ryan Mason.
Oh, you fucking snide.
Absolute slag.
There you go. Who is prettier? Will Stewart. It's in the chat now for everybody to see. 72 votes, 50-50. Will Stewart and Ryan Mason.
I just want to say for the rest of my life,
I
I can
hope
say
you're right. I hope the 12th man pull us over the line.
for the rest of my life, I can say that I was there when Will tied with Mason for best looking man
That's true.
In the world.
That's true.
in the world.
I'm screenshotting that.
Between Will and Ryan Mason in the world.
I'll be screenshotting that. It looks like Eva Mann was the last vote. She's washing her hands. Right, she's clapping. So thank you, Eva. I appreciate that. Last qualifying vote. It is there. It is official. I will be going to my community page where that poll also exists, apparently, and I'll be screenshotting that and tweeting it out. And Cody Mack wants to get in there. Who's prettier, Will Stewart or Cody Mack?
Will, I think you should put the results of that poll on your CV.
I definitely will. Seeing that I have about 20 years on Ryan Mason, or not
on your
11
curriculum vitae, whatever they call it.
Hey, it is what it is. The people have spoken.
The people of South Korea have spoken. That's quite an impressive result because most of the people that voted were men. That is impressive.
Exactly. Well, I am confident that at least 1, 2, 3 of the 4 women that have been on the stream have voted for me.
All that proves is how much people don't like Ryan Mason.
That's true.
And how much
there's a lot of people. Hold on now, because there's a lot of people who don't like me either. To be fair,
I voted for Mason because what else does he have if he doesn't have his boyish good looks? That's
I think off the basis of those results, you could make the final cut to be on the front cover of Gaydar October.
You could be on Love Island, Will.
That's okay.
You could be on Love Island.
I'm gonna tell you right now that even in my youth, I've been hit on by just as many gay men as I have women. So.
And I'm sure you was equally flattered.
And equally giving.
No, I was not equally receptive. But hey, I'm never gonna
turn down a good offer.
But to be honest with you, gay men tend to have better taste than women do. To be honest with you,
right? You got to weigh up the pros and cons in each situation. Will, I mean, any port in a storm.
Hey, even in Walmart, I'm not even kidding.
Dude, like when I moved to Canada, and this may blow your mind still because it fucking blew mine. Like when I moved to Nova Scotia, Canada, the first time I walk into Walmart, I look around and there's literally fucking people walking around in their pajamas.
Oh, they do that here as well now, Jason. It's caught
what
on.
What the fuck is that about? Put some fucking clothes on.
Pajamas.
Have some pride.
They walk around with sliders, socks, PJs. Women.
Well, I wear sliders every day almost, dude.
Well, that's fine, but do you go out shopping in your pajamas?
Not in my pajamas. I usually have training pants on every day.
No, that's not pajamas.
Mate, no, they do it here as well now, Jace.
I can't. Fuck me. Like, come on.
It's lazy.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, Ellie.
That blew my mind, mate.
Call up GQ. Ellie, call up GQ. Get my name on the list.
Get the result of that poll put in the next program.
Call up GQ and get us some motherfucking sponsorship right now.
Manscaped.
I'm saying. I actually applied to Manscaped. They have a thing, but I guess I'm not big enough yet because they haven't.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Bastards.
You know that the state of your club is in dire straits when the conversation is about Manscaped walking around in pajamas.
Dude, all of my shows end up in this. That's what makes my show great, dude. It's like a
I
pub talk.
apologise. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's pub talk.
I
It's good,
blame Daniel Levy.
but we got 5.5 minutes left in the show. Let's go around the group and get our predicted lineup and score results. Mr. Jason, I know you said we're going to lose 37-0.
Yep. I don't honestly.
What's your predicted lineup? Who do you think is going to play? Crickets.
Oh, you're going to have the racing goal. Yeah, you're going to have the racing goal. That's it. That's all I'm committing to.
Larry Single. There's no more. You don't think there's anybody else locked in besides Larry Single?
Yes, there are. Like I think that you're going to have the two sit-away defenders back in. I don't think we're going to play three at the back. I think you're going to have Emerson.
Romero Sanchez or something?
Yeah, you're going to have Romero Sanchez. You're going to have Emerson. You're going to have Reguilon. I think in front of them two, you're going to have Højbjerg and Skip. I honestly, I think Dele's going to play. Kane. And then I think it'll probably be Hill and fucking the Celso.
It's going to have to be Hill and Lascelles, so there's no one else to play.
Like that's what I'm seeing.
I to be honest with you, I think you're right on there. Stel?
Yes, Mr. Will.
Score line and predicted lineup for Chelsea.
My lineup is exactly the same as Jason's, but I think Winks will start
instead of.
In whose place? Skip or Dele?
If it's Dele, that's even worse.
I think he's going to rest Skip.
You don't think he learned his lesson from last week about playing Winks?
No. I think he's going to rest Skip. I don't think Skip will play.
Okay. As long as he's not playing Winks and Skip, I'm cool with that. Or I'm not cool with it, but I'm better than all three of them. And what about scoreline? What do you think is the most likely?
Do you know what? They were 2-0 up at half-time pre-season, and then they made 8 changes. So if they don't make the changes, it makes sense that they'll score another 2. So I'm going to say 4-0, and one of those goals will definitely be a penalty, and I hope we don't go down to 10 men. I just think we're playing the best team. I just think we're playing the best team in the country, and we're in dire straits. They're playing us at the right time, and they're brilliant. Chelsea are brilliant.
Mr. Scott, what do you think?
Lineup, I think Lloris, Reguilon, Sanchez, Romero, Emerson. I think I'm pretty confident in that. The midfield, if he sticks with the 4-3-3, then I think we could see Winks, Skip, and Højbjerg, Kane, Ali, and Gio, I guess. I don't know.
That scares the fuck out of me.
Or if he changes the formation, then maybe we'd do Skip and Højbjerg in the 2, and then something like Gio, Ndombele, and Ali in the 3 behind Kane. But I don't know.
Yeah, actually, I think the one change I think he probably will make. I agree with you there, Scott. I think he probably will play fucking Skip, Winks, and Højbjerg, not play Gil and play Ali.
If he plays Skip, Winks, and Højbjerg, right? If he does that, he needs to be fired immediately after that match. There's no argument. He needs to be fired. That is insane if he does that.
I could see it fucking happening though, still.
Mate, if he does, there's no way. He would, mate.
It's definitely not what I want, but
that would be a disaster. The fans will switch from the first minute.
See, I'm hoping for a 0-0. So I'm gonna say 0-0.
Oh, if we're going on hope, I hope we win 1-0.
Will, they've conceded 1 goal in 4 and scored 10. They've got the best scoring record. No, City have got the best scoring record. They've got the second best scoring record and the best defensive record.
Right, which is why we're not going to score. But I think we can keep them out.
Someone's going to do something stupid, man. There's always someone in our team will do something stupid. You can guarantee it.
I hope nobody does anything stupid, but I think, and I've got my reporter hat on right now. Literally,
I think the results of your poll have gone to your head.
No, to be honest with you, I've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 beers right now, so that's probably what's gone to my head. But no way we score. I think that we can keep them out. Like if we lost 5-0, I wouldn't be surprised. But I think it's possible to get a 0-0 draw here.
Listen, I'm preparing for a loss. I will accept a loss because I'm a realist. What I cannot handle is a spanking. If we get spanked, I just can't handle. Not to them. I can't. Chelsea and Arsenal are the only two clubs I cannot help. But I can't take.
No, 100%. But according to Marcelo, he'd rather lose 5-0 to Chelsea than play. Park the bus and go for a draw.
Well, you've got to pick the time when to park the bus. And when you're playing one of the best teams in the league, you kind of got to park the bus.
Mate, it's going to turn toxic if he does that.
Yeah, but if we try and play through them, we don't have the players to do that. They're going to fucking smoke us.
Everything about this game has come at the wrong time.
You're telling me right now that you want to leave Lukaku up against Joe Rodon and Tanganga. Well, Tanganga can't play, but Joe Rodon
do you know what the problem is?
Ben Davies, if that's who has to end up playing. I mean, come on, that's a possibility. That could be our center back pairing for this weekend, right? Is Joe Rodon and Ben fucking Davies?
It's and that ain't even a.
That is a possibility.
Joke. That isn't even a joke.
Lukaku is going to fucking butt fuck us if that's the case.
Yeah. He's going to be salivating.
Oh, even Romero and Sanchez, with how aggressive they are going against Lukaku, seems like that's a red card waiting to happen.
No,
do you know the problem is? If we park the bus and Chelsea go 1 or 2-0 up, we're fucked.
Well, we're going to lose.
We've got no way back into the game.
We're not scoring. Oh my gosh, dude.
This is making me feel worse.
That's banter. Okay, I got it. Until I read the last word of that sentence, I was about to flip my freaking lid.
Now, if Sonny is fit and he plays,
he's not going to
see us scoring a goal.
It's a possibility we score a goal. Yes.
If Son's on the pitch, it's always possible.
It is. That still doesn't mean we're going to win, by the way, viewers.
Well, Sonny's played the last 4 games against Chelsea and we've not won them.
Right.
Yeah, but I think he scored in 3 of those 4.
Is there any actual chance that he's fully fit?
No. I don't think so.
And it's not worth it to play him in this game.
No. I would rather Son not play against Chelsea and he plays against Arsenal because he always turns up against Arsenal, Sonny.
100%.
I'd rather have a fit Son and Kane for Arsenal than Chelsea because everyone expects us to lose to Chelsea, but Arsenal, we can't lose to those bastards. There's no fucking way I'm losing to them.
Who's that?
Especially this
young
season.
Lad in our? Is he in our?
I mean, do we really want to go down with being the only teams that Arsenal's beaten is us and Norwich? Does that really want to happen? No.
Is that the level we're at?
Yeah.
At the moment, yeah.
What were you going to say, Jace?
Who's that young lad that's tearing it up in our academy at the moment?
Markande?
Is that the one?
Is that the forward? He scored
He's
like
the
a hat-trick
striker
the other day against.
Striker.
Yeah. How old is he?
He's old. I think he's older than Scarlett.
The problem is, as soon as we say who's that player tearing it up, you just know we've jinxed them. As soon as we,
no, it's not that, dude. Who was the last person to come out of our academy?
Tanganga probably.
Yeah,
Skippy.
Tanganga and Skip, yeah.
Skip technically, but yeah, I mean, this is his first year to really be a break-in member with the team. So skip Tanganga Winks. While I like all of those players, it's still pretty.
It's not Smith Rowe and Saka, is it? They're very good
No.
players to have, man.
Not a
They're
Smith
very-
Rowe and a Saka. It's not a Mount and
Madison.
Madison. It's
Foden.
not Foden. You know, it's not
Even
any
that
of
young lad who snapped his ankle against Leeds, he's a good player, man. The one that got injured, Harvey Elliott. He's a good
Harvey
player.
Elliott. Yeah, it's a shame on that injury because that can be a career ender.
To be fair though, I think Tanganga's playing well at the moment.
Yeah, I like Tanganga.
He's playing
To be
well.
honest with you, I like Tanganga more than I like Skip. If you really want me to be honest.
I prefer
I'll
Tanganga as
be
well.
honest, I like Tanganga more than I like Roden.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
definitely
Yeah, there.
see more in Tanganga than Rodens, especially long term.
I just like the fire, man. Yeah.
Roden's not really getting a fair chance though, is he, man? The guy.
Oh, I'm not knocking him. I'm just saying, on what I've seen so far,
Yeah.
I'd play Tanganga in front of Roden.
I
At
think he's
center
a-
back, I'm not sure, but at right back, for me, when he's able to play again, like after this Chelsea match, it's just a 1-game ban or is it a 3-game ban? Did they get crazy on him or did they just let him go with a normal double yellow?
Oh, I haven't heard.
No, it's a double
haven't.
yellow, isn't it? It's a 1-game ban.
Right, but I don't know if sometimes they go back afterwards and watch the video and because he put his hands on his face or on his neck or whatever.
Well, if that's the case, are they retroactively giving fucking dickheaded red as well then?
Yeah, but you never know with these guys. They do weird crap, right? So, but for me, first choice right back for me is Tanganga. Right, Royal can get fucked and Doherty can get fucked. Tanganga's playing there once he's back from suspension.
Yeah, probably.
For me, because
Definitely looked more defensively solid when he was playing there.
well, not only that, but Royale is no more offensively efficient than Tanganga is. So what's the point? Well, I'd rather have Tanganga who'll knock a guy on his ass. You know what I mean? To do what he's got to do than play somebody who's just as non-effective attacking wise and not near as solid defensively. Like if Tanganga was playing right back against Zaha would have been spent most of the match on his ass.
Yeah, I see nothing wrong with having Emerson. I mean, if he goes and plays in the Conference League and shows that he's adjusted to the league or to Spurs, and he can come back and try to earn a spot, right? I don't think
Will,
he's so good coming in.
You
that
like
he needs
Winks? No. I
Who
do not
plays-
like Winks.
Who plays left wing for Chelsea?
It's between Mount and Pulisic, I think.
Pulisic against Royale. Wow.
Well, I'm not much worried about that, to be honest with you. Oh. Super sticker, which is a fox screaming into a megaphone. Good luck! Good luck! Good luck! It's got some little thing. I don't know.
Do you know what? I'm not looking
Thanks for
forward
that.
at all. I'm not looking
$10
forward
super
at all
sticker.
to going to Spurs this week.
Hope we'll have luck. I hope we have luck too.
I mean, Chelsea are just a fucking good team. They've just got a good team and they're playing well.
They're
And they're
deep
organised.
now, dude. They're the second most deep team in the league, I believe.
They've just got an owner who buys the
dangerous.
right players, man.
Well, to be fair,
So
the old
frustrating.
Russian oligarch steps up.
Yeah, but he came to Spurs first. He tried to buy Spurs, but Levy said no.
But we got an English oligarch on ours. So, I mean, what's the difference?
Well, difference is ours don't step up.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, he's too busy doing bunga bunga parties in the Caribbean.
Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling, Bob?
Did you know that Joe Lewis does a lot of business with the owners of Man City, the Qatari fan. He's got a lot of projects going on with them.
Hotels and resorts, ton of stuff.
Yeah, they're all good mates.
In cahoots.
Didn't help.
In
much. Well,
cahoots.
maybe that's why they thought they'd get Kane for fucking 75 million plus add-ons.
Yeah. Kane. Oh, fucking hell. Do you know what? I really do not want to go to this Spurs game on Sunday. Normally I look forward to it. I'm not looking forward to this one.
I mean, who knows? It may be the game of the century, like the fucking shock of the season. Do you know what I mean? I doubt it.
It could. One of the things that concerns me is, people say, look at us at Man City. Well, every once in a while, Pep will do something weird, right? He'll play guys at striker, or he won't play guys at striker, or he'll do whatever. But
Bob's still here.
Chelsea, no, I didn't. But Tuchel I think he just has him playing solid all the time, right? Like he's got him playing pretty consistently, and that's so I just can't see them
There's a
doing-
tech.
oh.
There's a tech. There's a tech. There's a tech. There's a tech.
Do you know what? I was looking at my screen for about 5 seconds thinking, has something gone wrong? And then I realised Will had shared a video. I was really confused there.
Bob joined the stream, and he joined the stream to tell you one thing.
There's a.
I'll tell you what, I'll make this promise though, not that anyone gives a flying fuck, but like if we actually beat Chelsea, I will come on the next stream with a camera.
You'll come on the next stream with a camera, and what will you say?
Say,
Ding-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding.
I'm not saying that, but I will definitely come on with a camera.
But when you come onto your camera, will you be playing with your...
Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. Maybe not at that point, but if we beat Chelsea, I may.
Sounds good. Sounds good. But folks, we are past the 3-hour mark, and it's time for me to go to bed. Still needs to be in bed. It's 4 o'clock in the morning for you.
Yeah, I've got to be up in 6 hours to get the kids up for school. So
11:12 in the PM for me. Scott, you're what? 10 PM?
9:50. 2 hours behind you.
You're early then.
I'm on the same time zone as you, Will.
No, you're an hour ahead of me.
No,
actually.
I'm an hour ahead of you. Yeah. Sorry, I misheard you.
It's 11 for me, 12 for you, 9 for Scott, 4 in the AM for Bob and Stel. Wait,
Piss off, Bob.
wait, just this in? This just in. Breaking news from Bob. Anyways, burping all around. It's your turn, Scott.
Or the ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling?
No, to burp.
No, to burp.
Oh, to burp, sorry.
Who's Bibsper?
That sounded like a fart.
Who's Bibsper?
Hibsper.
Shurav called him. Oh, he tried to say Bobsper. I thought Bibsper. Bibsper.
Oh.
What the fuck?
There. Now it's your turn, Scott. We've all done it. Jason did it. I did it. Stell did it.
I don't have that ability to just burp on command.
Oh, come on.
Easy.
Now.
Swallow a bit of air and let
Swallow a
it
bit
rip.
of air and let it go.
I'm gonna end
Or
up
just fake it or something.
air. I'm gonna have to.
Just fake it.
On my command.
I did it for you.
Do it now.
Do it.
Bro, even my 10-year-old can do that, Scott. Come on now. Get with the game.
Peer pressure.
Do it, Scott. I dare it. There you go. That was a good one.
That was a ripper.
Oh wow, that was a
That was
good.
the best
That was
one
a
of the
really
night.
good one.
I actually teared up. I'm proud.
And this is the quality of Will Stewart THFCRants, ladies and gentlemen.
I might have to do a super chat.
Just for that. She said, come on, stop bigging up Chelsea. You all burping instead is better. Or instead is cool.
No, look, I truly mean this from the bottom of my heart. Fuck Chelsea.
Oh, I hate Chelsea. That's what I'm saying. I would rather...
I'd rather have a kidney stone.
Scott passes out
than
on my
lose
stream.
to
Fucking
lose
hate
to
Chelsea. Fucking hate Chelsea. Fucking hate
Wait,
Chelsea.
Chelsea.
Fucking hate
Bob, what was that? What are you trying to say? Chelsea have small what?
Wieners.
Oh, that's never getting old, is it?
No, it's not. It's not. It's not getting old ever.
All right, well, I'm going to go. So
Yep.
It's been emotional, people.
But folks, thank you for joining on. We are Will Stewart. Well, I am Will Stewart, and this is THFC Rants. And this has been our kind of like Thursday Q&A show. I would have done it earlier, but today was a very crowded day. Based on the time of the match, the after shows, everybody and their brother-in-law streaming. So I figured we'd do a combined, a little bit early, combined Q&A show, which we brought up some questions, and a late night rant show. But tomorrow I will be doing my FPL show for deadline day. I couldn't do it Wednesday because Wednesday was tax day for me. So I was very busy with work. Gotta love paying taxes. And yeah. And then we have, when do we, was Sunday or Saturday we play? Sunday, I'm guessing, because we played today.
Yeah, Sunday.
And so we'll see you guys Sunday, maybe even Saturday night for a pre-match show, Chelsea pre-match show. We kind of did Chelsea pre-match show tonight, but it just depends on who's available and what's going on. If I'm bored and nobody else is streaming, we'll probably do that. And then Sunday night we'll be there for the live, the rant show after the fact. And to be honest with you, if I'm free, I'm gonna start doing it around this time, 8 o'clock. It seemed more fun. Like, it seemed like we were able to grab a greater breadth of viewers. We had, because it's only we started 11 your time still. Oh no, 1 a.m.
Started my time? No, 1 a.m.
Yeah, but that's better than 3 though, right? I mean, we'd just be getting started right now if I had started at 10.
Nah, fuck that, man. Even I can't handle that, and I've got issues.
That's a tough one. So I think we might start doing some more shows around 8 o'clock my time. Obviously not competing with the folks over there at Tottenham on tour. But guys, if you have any socials that you want to promote, still, I know you have a channel. Jason, is there anything you want to promote or plug besides your burping abilities?
Absolutely nothing.
Absolutely nothing for Jason. Mr. Scott?
Nope. Just hope we have a good game, and look, that's it.
Scott says, if you don't subscribe to my channel, you're crazy. Okay, that's good, Scott. I agree with you. Still?
Yeah, definitely. Check out tomorrow. We've got 2 guys from Texas, Jacob and Michael. They're really, really good. They're doing the show.
Why aren't
now
they
once
here
a
right
week.
now?
They're
not that good then.
They're. Do you know what?
They're 1 hour behind me, man. I don't want to hear any damn excuses from those guys from Texas, still.
They're busy on the ranch, man, chasing cattle.
Did they have a show last week still?
Yeah, last Friday.
I watched that. I call that show. It was a good show.
Yeah,
why don't they come on my show, Stel?
Okay, so
well, Will, you are a polarizing person, apparently.
They've got their own show they do called the United Spurs of America. There's a small channel.
I'm the biggest Spurs channel in the United States of Spurs of America.
You are. You're bigger than them. But they're growing. They're really good. And I asked them if we could do something together. They said yes. They were well up for it. And listen, check it out. It's a good show they do. They've got some funny stuff they come out with, man. They come out with some
sure
fun
they have
stuff.
a great show, but I'm insulted that they've never come on my show.
They've got this saying where they want to see our players bring the BDE, the big dick energy.
The BDE energy.
Have you got the BDE? Anyway,
I'm pretty sure Winks does not have the big.
No, he brings. I don't know what he fucking brings, but
what time is that show tomorrow?
He brings the micro penis energy.
7 a.m. UK time, which is
7 a.m. UK time.
No, PM. Beg your pardon. What am I talking
PM.
about? 7 p.m., which is 7 hours ahead for them.
Say, dude, that's like right now, bro. Like you're going live right now with them.
Shit, I've got to get off the stream. I'm late. Yeah, so check that out. And
I'll be checking it out because I'll be in there asking them why they never come to watch my show. That's what I'll be asking.
Listen, if you can get them to come on, do it because they're new to this circuit.
That's what I want to do. Look, for people that are watching, I'm not saying that because I'm the biggest channel in America, they need to come on my show. That's not what I'm saying. No, what I'm saying is I want to help all of the U.S. channels. Right, Dan THCFC. I go on his show. He comes on mine. Kyrian, Spurs After Dark. He comes on my show. I go on his.
If you go on Twitter to United Spurs of America, just reach out to them, tell them we spoke, and see if you can get them on. But because of their work schedule, it's very difficult to time down. So it was.
Shows are on from like 9 p.m. for them.
Listen, reach out to them. Reach out to them. They're good guys. And then,
it's like those Hotspur guys. Those Hotspur guys. Yes, I'm talking to you.
Who's Hotspur?
You know who you are, Hotspur boys. You never come on my show. You never come on my show. You never come on my show, Hotspur boys.
So bad. We might have a really good show on Sunday. We have got a show. We're doing the pre-match. Everyone does it now. We're doing halftime in the stadium for about 10 minutes. But the post-match show.
You never come on my show, Hotspur boys.
Who are the Pots? They're an American channel, Will.
Yeah. They're old. They've been around for like 2 years.
Right, I actually do have to go. Peace.
Bye. Scott ran away.
The Hotspur podcast.
Look, it's time to end the show. It's late for me. I've had 5 beers and I'm a bit tired. So.
Oh, the Hotspur. Yeah, I know this logo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Will, wrap it up, man. Let's get out of here.
All right, folks. You know what time it is. Why am I stealing David's tagline? Too late. Folks, we'll see you guys tomorrow for our FPL show, probably around 1:30 Eastern. What time is that for you still? 6:30 UK time. If you're interested in playing FPL, come watch that out. We'll be talking about some of the different things in the league in itself. I didn't have a great week this week in FPL. After that show, make sure you head up Stella's show, which starts at 7 with the Texas guys, who I've never heard of.
Yeah, go check them out.
Who apparently haven't been on my show.
No one likes you, Will.
Right. No one likes you either, Stella. So we're 2 peas in a pod, my friend.
I am public enemy number 1.
I'm number 2, so I'll gladly take public enemy number 2. But folks at home, stay strong, stay Spurs. We love you. Stella loves you. I love you. And we'll see you. When will we see them? Stella?
We will see them tomorrow on your show.
Yep. Next time.
1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go down.